Podcasts connect, intellect, intersect. Brothers on the rise, no lies, just respect. Health, wealth, religion, truth, gotta inspect. Mindful exchange on deck, we perfect.
Yeah, you are now tuned into the Mindful Exchange podcast. I'm in the room with a bunch of freaky ass boys.
6'9" God.
Word up.
How everybody doing, man?
Same shit, dude.
Lovely.
I'm standing on business, 5 toes strong.
Yo, before we get started into any content, I just want to reiterate what I was telling cousin Dan out there before he went to the bathroom. It's like,
old nigga black.
For the 8 times.
It's not just us being able to sit down here and have a podcast to present to the world, but we've been here for hours just kicking it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the beauty in having this union.
Facts.
Brothers can get up, talk about whatever. We can talk about all the things we need to get off our chest.
Jetta.
And that's the beauty of a mind. You look like you going to sleep over there, bro. We're going to have to whoop you.
You all right, Jetta? Get off Pornhub.
Did you just put the camera on yourself?
That nigga Jetta about to go home and listen to Logic for 46 hours straight.
Listen. Today, we are going to have a mature conversation. There are a lot of voices in the building that need to be heard. Let's not get out of hand because there's a lot of topics that we need some opinions on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some powerful minds in here, young and old. And then you got me that just don't age. You know what I'm saying? Nephew, I see it in your face.
That should be your intro.
I'm trying to be a
That
good
should be your
Christian.
intro.
Oh, my God.
Just don't age.
I mean,
So we got a couple. Matter of fact, Jetta, you want to read off the videos that we got because they're all so powerful. Which ones do we have in there?
We got the officer strike. We have a Zodiac signs. We have facts. And
Oh, I'm good at facts.
I'm good at
You want to do the facts joint first?
with the
Yeah, play the facts joint first, and then we'll get it popping with that, man.
Where's your proof that brown-eyed people are smarter than blue-eyed people?
I tell you, brown-eyed people, you just listen. Now, this is going to be a...
Wait, that lady's
Yeah,
tough.
she's tough.
What males are accustomed to telling things, they're accustomed to listening. Now, brown-eyed people are responsible for the fact that you have electricity. Many of the components for generating and transmitting electricity were invented by brown-eyed people. Brown-eyed people gave us our alphabet. Brown-eyed people gave us our numeration system. Brown-eyed people gave us the paper on which we write.
Brown-skinned people built the country, bitch.
But brown-eyed people are superior.
She cooking.
She's
cooking. She cooks.
Particularly you. Don't you pray for
I
me.
love Jane.
I love that lady.
Gotta listen, no.
Worry about that. All of a
Gotta
sudden,
listen.
you pray for me.
Power in listening.
Brown-eyed people are the ones who originated or who founded every major religion on this earth. No white people have ever founded a major religion. And you need to realize the contributions that have been made to society, to civilization, by brown-eyed people, by people of color. I'm talking about people of color here, folks. And most of us are not aware of those things because we live in a racist society. And because we are educated by a racist school system that only teaches us about white contributions. And that's a fact. And if you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. If we would start telling the truth in schools, we would not have racism. We could cure racism in this country.
Truth.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit was hot. I probably
Yo.
fucked that bitch.
Yo, that was from like the 80s though. You gotta look at that. That was she's from been way doing her- back.
Yo, I
She's
love
been
how
doing
she
her
do it
shit.
though, because
I ain't gonna
she never starts off with race.
Nope.
She starts off with
Eye
like
color.
brown-eyed people, blue-eyed people,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then people start feeling away, and then it's like, but you don't even realize
What she's really
it's
talking about.
really
But
black
then she
people.
transitions into it and says,
Yeah.
brown. But I'm
She's
saying the
tough.
thing is,
That's dope.
that was on mainstream Oprah Winfrey,
Facts.
19, probably like 89, 90.
Oh, is that where that was
Yeah,
from?
but she's
That
been
was
doing that shit for a
old.
grip.
Wow.
Like,
Been doing
That's,
that shit for a while.
But that's the thing, though. She's been doing it. I mean, that's equivalent to her going on. What's the main thing like on TV?
Drake
Like,
Champs or something.
But
Now,
she
like on
did that back.
mainstream TV. What is
Today
mainstream
shit.
today? Like
Kelly Clarkson probably.
Kelly Clarkson or what's the black girl from?
Regis and Kelly.
The closest thing is probably
Rachel
Dr.
Ray.
Phil back in like
Dr.
2000.
Is he still on?
No, I mean, but
don't know.
I mean, bringing
Yeah,
it
Dr.
back
Phil's
to that
still
time
Yeah,
when
the
it was
Kelly
about
Clarkson
cable.
show.
So she did that back in like that looked like between 89 92.
That's
What's
powerful.
crazy is like the funniest shit is when she does the brown-eyed, blue-eyed thing, and like brown-eyed people and blue-eyed people start fight with each other, and she's like, all the shit that I just said was
that
made up.
easy.
It was
Right.
made up. You're literally hating somebody because I told you this about this person, and now you're believing it in your own head. That's how racism works.
Right.
When I seen her do that, I was like, bruh.
Yeah,
I seen
that's
one where
deep.
she got into like kind of like a argument with one of the white students.
Oh yeah, I made her walk out the class.
Yeah, it made her pretty much start
Yeah,
crying
yeah,
and
I
walking out
seen
the
that.
class because
I
she's
seen
like,
that.
you kind of interrupting or some shit. We were talking about this. It was crazy.
Wait, who was crying? Jane?
Nah,
No, the white-
hell,
the white
no.
kid
I'm
in
about to
the
say,
class.
Jay don't cry.
That's
So-
what I was about to say.
So I want to propose a question to you all. So she said that it would end racism, right? If this was taught inside of schools. What do you think she meant by that? How do you think that would factor into ending racism, or maybe a step towards that if they were to teach this in school?
Do you want to go roundabout? Or
Yeah,
do you
let's
wanna
go
just point it
roundabout.
out?
No,
So
let's
start
go
with Dev?
roundabout.
start
Yeah,
with
I
Dev.
mean, because it was very profound what she said, and it's easy just to hear and absorb, but really think about what she said. Like, in actuality, how would that impact our society and towards ending racism if that was the case?
So now that I think about it, when you say it like that, I would think it's the having the knowledge of it. Because, you know, when you say the saying, like, if you see something and don't do anything, you condoned it or you allowed it. So when everybody has the knowledge of it, I mean, somebody's blatantly allowing somebody to do this. And it'll be more, since everybody's learning this on a broad scale, it's like Common Core. It's like you can't, this is the same formula every time. So now that you know it and I know you know it and we both been taught it and you're not
Acknowledging that.
right.
How do you
you're
think that
allowing
would
it.
impact the behavior of the brown kids growing up in school?
Hold on. Before you ask that second question, let everybody answer the
Go
first
ahead,
one.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Me, what was the question one more time?
How would that take steps toward ending racism? I don't think that alone would end racism, but what steps do you think?
Definitely, and the only way to end racism is through love. You have to love, period. Everybody and everything. Other than that, racism is gonna exist. It's not gonna probably ever go away, but it's a good thing too. You could learn from all that because it does exist.
Yeah, definitely.
What is
sir.
racism? Like,
Yeah,
what
sir.
is the definition? Oh, I'm sorry. I think I just interjected because I wasn't.
To me, racism.
I'm sorry.
When I think of somebody like I've been through stuff in school and stuff with people, and they're really kind of just scared of not knowing about
The other culture. That's all
And
you're saying.
it's just about being scared. And once I learned that too, I stopped attacking people or stopped doing shit in a certain manner, and I just started giving hugs and stuff like that.
It's taught at home, right?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
about to be my
Racism is
point.
taught at home.
Go ahead, sir.
I don't think it. I mean, like you said, it's probably not going to end it. It might make a big leap, but I don't think it would. There'd still be it. I think more people would look at it like, oh, okay, it makes more sense as to why, like, this is just stupid. Doing
Yeah, I
that.
feel like we all noticed that too.
And then, really, yeah, that's.
I don't
think
want to
it
forget
is,
about racism. I want to just learn how to get through it, though.
I think
Like,
that it would put a big dent, right? But like you said, and that was going to be my point. School.
Pull that black thing closer to your mouth.
Whoa. Like this?
Oh, shit, no Diddy, no Diddy, no
Wait,
Diddy.
he said that shit was crazy. Like Diddy right before he was in the room with a nigga with Meek and shit.
Everybody looked at me and shit like,
You got the cow porn baby oil on nephew.
what you got in that baby oil?
What you got in that glass? The cow, that nigga got a bunch of baby oil back there.
No, so I think that on a subconscious level, that shit is taught at schools.
Right.
Right? So Christopher Columbus discovered America, but
Oh, yeah.
niggas was already here when he came here, so how the fuck did he discover it? So that's some indoctrination type shit. But true racism is taught at the crib. And that's why I don't think it'll ever vanish. Because there's always going to be a racist in the family. They're always going to be able to coach and teach somebody. So it would help.
That's
It
what I
would
also
absolutely
say.
help. But it's not
like,
going to vanish it.
If you think about racism, just think about somebody being scared. Like, if somebody's racist, they're scared.
So
I disagree. Some
Hold
races
on.
are
They're
scared.
just judging you by your
So
color.
hold on. So it's, so
I think the word that you're looking for is misunderstood.
That too.
I think racism boils down. I think racism boils down to understanding. I think a lot.
I think maybe it's a mixture of the two because the racist motherfuckers be the most like aggressively
scared,
ignorantly,
like their fear causes it, but they misunderstand
because they don't understand that we're the same.
Yeah,
they feel like okay, well they're scared.
They also don't want to.
Well, the reason why I said that they're scared is because they're scared of the unknown, and they don't understand the unknown, which makes them being scared.
Fight or flight.
Yeah. So, but to Quest's point about the video, would it make a difference if it's taught in school? I think it would make a difference. I don't know if it would end it. I think that I work as a mentor at the school. Man. So this topic touches home because this is what I went through last week. So the last week of the month we did a Black History class where we just talked about Black history. And so for me, and I know I'm gonna talk for a second. I apologize.
Cook, boy.
But,
y'all talk about
you did.
So in my class, what we did is when I talk about Black history, I choose to celebrate Black history, but I don't do it like everybody else. So a lot of people want to talk about the Malcolms and the Martins and the Rosas. Those are great. I'm not taking nothing away from them, but those are things that we're given to remind us.
Exactly.
But the Black culture and the Black impact is so much more than that. So what I did with my students this week was I did a thing where we talked about Black inventors and Black inventions. And so I chose to celebrate the unknown. So I said, so one of the kids was eating ice cream, and I said, "Oh, you like ice cream, huh?" And it was a white kid, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Yeah, you like ice cream?" I said, "You know, a Black person invented that."
Right.
I don't
what
want
did he do with the ice cream after that? Did he
I don't
throw
wanna,
it down
no,
and
no,
look
no.
at it?
I don't want to misquote no names.
Your guys' last podcast, that kid that was in the middle, he's fire.
He's cooking.
David Lee.
He's cooking.
Yeah, shout out to David Lee.
Shout out to all of them, man. They all did their thing, but you're right. He cooked. He was very insightful.
Very.
So I didn't choose to celebrate that. So we talked about all the things that they use on the daily, whether it's one guy said, I said, "Who invented the light bulb?" And they said, "Oh, Thomas Edison." So think about it. If Thomas Edison, he invented the filament, that was it. So without the patent of a Black man. And they looked at me like I was crazy, and I had all the information. I just don't want to misquote no names.
But don't get it twisted. I feel like Thomas Edison never took nothing from the Black man. He just tried to enhance.
He improved on.
No. I'm not saying that.
That's how I feel.
That my point wasn't.
I get it.
Wasn't saying that he didn't.
Yeah.
Everybody upgrades something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
that's
Dan, make sure you hold that mic a little closer. See how close my mic is to my mic? Because I want to make sure we get everybody.
But I'm loud.
Can't like that mic close.
Yeah, but when you get loud, you got performance in your DNA, so you got to learn how to adjust.
Yo, so did you know that the chick, it was one of the first Black female chemists, invented latex to preserve cotton.
Yeah.
To
What
help
do you
make
mean?
clothes. So she
latex to preserve cotton?
To preserve cotton.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So condoms were made for.
But it wasn't trying to.
See where his mind went? You went straight to fucking.
They also use that patent to patent the blood plasma bags too. That was one of the same patents too. And then like the fire extinguisher, the elevator, the light, the traffic light. Remember back in the day you would see
America, everybody needs each other.
So you know how back in the day they used to have to mill the fields with a backhoe and you have to go. So a Black man was the first one to build the machine that puts the
8 slots in it.
Was that an invention in America or was that
in America?
In America, it was invented by a Black.
Was he a slave or was?
I think he went on to be one of the first.
Hold on, I'm about to tell you, he was a king.
Production cotton people that were
That's
Black.
deep, man.
But you know what's crazy is the fact that
your second question,
so many people. Oh my bad. Real quick.
Go ahead.
So many people talk about like how racism doesn't exist anymore, and the fact that we still have to have a Black History Month has to prove it.
Okay, so
why is it just should be just history?
I got
talk about what the fuck we did. We don't need a month to talk about it. Let's talk about it year round.
That's called throwing a bone.
But that's exactly the point that I was getting at, and then I'm gonna finish up. So Henry Blair was the guy that invented the harvester. That's what his name, Henry Blair. And then Augustus Jackson was the one that did ice cream. And then what else did we talk about? Oh, the blood plasma thing. It was Charles Charles Drew.
Salute to them.
You know what I mean? But then we talked about the elevator, the electric lamp, the fire extinguisher, X-ray machine, the mop, mailboxes, straightening combs,
cell phone,
the lawnmower,
we
potato
invented straightening
chips,
combs, nigga.
gas mask.
Didn't we invent air conditioning?
Wait,
the baby buggy, the almanac came
Let
phone.
him finish. Is that the end of the list, or is there still more?
there's like thousands.
There's thousands of it, but I was just saying.
I didn't even wait. I didn't know a black man made gas masks.
That was my whole point. My whole point was like, it's like, damn,
That even
how
saved-
much of that how much of that were we taught in school?
None of it.
None of it.
We talked about George Washington Carver because he invented peanut butter. That was really it.
No, Martin Luther King.
No, you
Rosa
niggas
Parks,
like
Harriet
peanuts.
Tubman. That was before.
You're not inventors.
W.E.B.
You're
Du
not
Bois.
inventors, though.
Yeah, all you hear
I ain't
about
really talking
Harriet
about him.
Tubman, you hear about
I don't even know who
people.
that is.
But it's like,
I know
you
the
don't
last
hear
name,
about
Du Bois.
anybody
Guys,
else.
listen. The only reason why I say this is because I want this to convey to the people that watch this to the best of their ability. When individuals are speaking, let's please have the patience and discipline to listen, because if you're too quick to speak, that means you're not listening at all.
Black man invented discipline.
I want to hear everything y'all have to say, and what you just said to me, I didn't know 80% of that, and I'm a 40-plus-year-old man. I should know that. You know what I mean?
So, just to drop the names of the people that we talked about, when we talked about the electric lamp and how Thomas Edison, that guy's name was Lewis Latimer. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make sure the gas mask, Garrett Morgan, the lawnmower, John Burr, the potato chip, Nurum S. Thomas, the imaging X-ray, George Alcorn, the fire extinguisher, Thomas J. Martin.
Damn.
The almanac, Benjamin Blake.
What's an almanac?
So we did the almanac too?
Yeah.
What's an almanac?
Yeah,
I
forgot you're 5.
Hey, hold up. You got to pause. Somebody explain to him what an almanac is.
Almanac is Google in a book form.
Ooh, you summed that up crazy.
The
That
elevator.
was perfect.
And it's predictive, where it predicts the future, like the temperatures and storms and things of that nature.
Word?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Where'd the Bible come from?
Yeah, we got another young one.
Before we go on there, I want to just add on to that. What I'm thinking more so is, how does that impact, if they're actually teaching this in school and mainstream, talking about how religion was created by us, all these different things, right? What does that do to the psyche and the character and behavior of the brown kids in school? What does that?
Understand this.
How does that impact?
It always starts at home before school anyway.
Yeah.
So
You'd like to
you
think
teach
that.
your kid. I
mean,
know
a lot
that.
of-
I know that.
No, listen. Let's focus on the question though.
I am.
Because that was
I
a
am. I'm
powerful
about to-
question.
He's right, and I'm trying to elaborate on it. And literally, school is school. You do learn at school, but where do you really learn and focus? You learn at home.
Nah, I learned at
bro.
school, bro.
I did too.
mean, it's what I'm saying is,
I got you.
there's a lot of parents that aren't equipped to teach at home.
I get it. And maybe you went to his mother's house and you learned there. Maybe you went to his mother's house and learned there.
I think hold on real
no.
quick. Quest, I think the biggest impact wouldn't be on the brown kid.
That's what I was gonna
I
say.
think the biggest impact would be that the white people aren't using MTV Raps and BET to judge niggas. They're gonna be like, wait a minute.
Wait,
a lot of those-
expound on that though.
Yeah.
So a lot of people's worldview of black people and why niggas clutch their purse or lock their door when we walk by is because of shit that they see on TV and how we're portrayed. So if they learned in school that we invented all these things and like these people were peaceful,
Like we're not heathens.
Yeah, exactly.
In
They'd
the
be like, oh, wait
Where
a
do
minute.
you learn that? Where do you
You know what
learn
I mean?
that we're
They'd
not
be like, wait.
heathens at? No.
Hold on. But listen, so just to say, we understand what you're saying.
I know, and
we understand what you're saying, but what you have
explain
to
it, though.
what you have to understand is
I am
As-
trying to.
you're most influenced by the people that you're around.
Your friends.
So it's not the fact
I think
that
that's why he was saying that it starts at home.
yeah, but what I'm saying is even at home, if your parents don't know, then you only know what they know.
Because
the
systemically
point
they
is-
weren't educated.
Same time, even
So-
when that
That's a
happens,
good point.
usually
That's a
say
good
they
ass
don't
point.
know that much. Where do you wind up going?
But listen,
To
what-
your friend's house.
So that doesn't happen at home. That happens with the people you're around.
Basically,
So that's what I was answering your question. Is like I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
but it doesn't always happen at home because they don't know. So the more people you're around, the more things that you open yourself up to.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not disagreeing
No,
with your
I get
point,
it, yeah.
but I'm saying that the hard part is like, yeah, I have my own experiences at my house, but I've been friends with these gentlemen
That's
for
what I
years.
was even
so,
saying,
but I
because
have.
I heard you talking about when you was at my Aunt Teresa's house.
So
he basically talking about the village.
So that, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
When you're around more things, you get exposed to more things. You know what I mean? Because if your house only knows A, B, and C, guess what?
Hold up. Put the camera's already on to Cal. One thing we don't One thing we don't do in here in the mindful exchange is raise our hands.
Because you will not get talked. I didn't even look up there.
No. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm just checking you one time because you are next in the circle, right?
What you got? What you got,
Man,
Cal?
sit up, poke your chest out, and let me hear what you got to say.
What's your thoughts?
Because you be talking real fly. Now what's going on?
Repeat your question though.
So the question is, what that lady was saying, if that actually occurred in our, the upbringing and the teaching of the youth, and let's say for decades at a time, so not just given this false doctrine that was given, obviously.
So why didn't it occur in your upbringing?
You got to let him finish the question so
because,
he can answer those.
because the people that control the educational system made it so it wasn't. So she had to be the whistleblower of her time and age. So us getting this at a later date, if we look back on it, how could have that impacted us from a psychological, emotional, and influential look around the
and then once
society?
Once the Cal is done, I'm gonna answer your question.
Multiple things, okay? Let's start with the number one. When it comes to school, if they were teaching these children of color or people not of color about historical things that weren't just popular, like Martin Luther King, all that, they only focus on those things because those are major parts of Black history.
Correct.
If you focused on everything outside of that, it would change a lot of other people's perspectives from what they are taught at home when they go to school.
For example, if there was social media way the fuck back then, everybody would have known about the things that you mentioned.
There have been
earlier,
way more things we
but
didn't
because
know
they
about,
had
too.
a stronghold on how the information was delivered to the people, and keep in mind, as Black Americans, we were delivered secondhand information. We weren't granted damn, what they used to call them shits we used to read? Newspapers? Nah, newspapers. Like Black people weren't given newspapers. You may have gotten a secondhand newspaper, but it wasn't something that you were privy to immediately.
Like if you think about this, as Black Americans, we're the only race of people that are without culture.
I was talking to Scout.
Bring our shit.
When I mentioned to Hoodie earlier about Scout that I'm doing this DEI project for Tompkins County, and Scout, shout out to you. That's the homie. Good peoples, man. That's one thing we talked about, that Black Americans were almost stripped of their culture. And the funny thing is, Scout understood that almost better than I did, because it was not researched, but it was
a bad thing.
It was a topic that Scout chose to investigate somewhat. Whereas naturally we don't investigate it. We live day to day how we choose to live, and it is what it is.
Because it's funny that
Cal got 2 more points.
we strip so much of our culture.
Thank you, Dad.
And we make up the culture.
Second point. But you know how you make up the culture? You know how that establishes? First off, not having a say-so on what to do, how to do it. So when you just do it, you just do it.
Second thing about the culture, a lot of our culture, believe it or not, is revolved around what we went through back then. That's a lot of our culture that we came up on. So like things like rap, hip hop, we made that our own thing for us to revel in.
We didn't just make it our own thing.
And
we
like
made
a lot
it everybody's thing.
And like a lot of foods and dishes we invented, we had no other choice because we were given scraps to make those things. So that
it's not a
culture. So things like chitlins and stuff like that.
Chitlins.
Grandma Emma makes some good chitlins.
I hate
that's
chitlins.
The point.
But listen though,
chitlins.
Listen though.
Oh my God.
But then listen though, that is a culture thing.
Because listen, in the culture, you kind of put yourself in a little
pull that mic
circle,
closer.
You know
Dan.
what I'm saying? You're putting yourself in a little bracket when you're putting culture on it. Like,
You mean like a bubble?
You mean culture on those specific things, or just
yes, Monday.
But those are specific to our culture because white people weren't slaves that were given the scraps.
Yeah,
that
we
they
were
create
given the
these
scraps.
dishes to make soul food. That
So
was
it
a
is
culture.
part of our
culture.
That is a part of our culture.
I would say that's a gangster part of our culture.
Thank you.
Because if they wouldn't have
that still
done
goes to your point, Dan, is that that's a part of our culture. That's not.
But who also helped us get that part of our culture?
Who would you
Nobody.
say?
Well, they gave us the
They
scraps.
did by making it that.
Hold up.
They gave us the obstacle to get over it.
There you go.
But that's no points to them.
I didn't say it was no points to them.
Dan,
it has to be points to us.
Who would you say?
Everybody.
Expound on that. Like, just explain a little bit.
We all matter, and when there's yin to the yang, there's bad, there's negative and positive. There's positive and negative. You can't have even in the yin yang sign. Even in the black side, there's a little white dot in the middle. On the white, there's a little black.
So how
dot.
does that apply to African American culture in graduating from slavery and developing culture in America?
The only way we're supposed to graduate from slavery, though, is through us maturing and getting through certain shit. Because not only that, say black people were here in the beginning.
We were.
So we enslaved our own people.
In Africa.
Yeah, but we're talking about.
I don't know about Africa. I don't care where. But listen, it happened. We started it.
I know, but listen, we're talking about
the American slave trade.
Black African American history.
Where do they get it from? They got it from somebody.
Black American history is the point.
Yo,
I actually know the answer to what he's trying to say. Basically, what he's trying to say is that.
You sure you can speak for that, man?
Yes, 100%.
If you're wrong, you get 50 push-ups on camera.
So basically, what he's trying to say is that if it wasn't for the white people doing what they did to us, we wouldn't have the culture we have right now with all the things that we were built upon.
It'd probably be better, nigga.
Listen.
I'm not saying it couldn't be better, but I'm just trying to
we're
tell
all
you.
eager to speak, but let's please not let our
The culture
emotions
we
and
come
passion.
from, we're black people.
Listen.
Black people.
Listen, hold up 1 second, please. I'm going to ask for this respect because
My
I'm
bad.
trying to moderate this pod to the best of my ability.
My bad.
When a question is asked, I really want to hear what everybody has to say about it. So please allow each other to speak.
Right.
So to Cal, what did you just say, if you don't mind?
I said what he's basically trying to say is that our culture wouldn't be full-fledged our culture if we didn't have to go through what we went through to get here today.
Okay.
Right.
Is that
That's how I
accurate?
feel. That's how I feel.
So this is my
And I can put my own little twist on it, but
Nah, you said he hit it on the head.
All
bro.
right.
Now let's go.
So my get back to that, right? So the Cowboys were originally black people. So
My
Cowboys,
mom's a Cowboys fan, too.
Listen, no, we're not talking about that. So we
They
talking
were
about
not.
real. No, we talking about real Texas
real ones.
Cowboys. We're talking about Cowboys.
Yeah.
Those were black. White people took that.
Right.
Elvis Presley, all of his songs were by niggas.
Big
and
Mama.
he took that.
by Big Mama.
So what
I'm
you
proud-
said?
I'm
so
proud that white
hold
people
on,
take something
I
from
let
us.
you talk. This is how we got to work, right? You talk, I talk. You listen, because I listened to you for all the bullshit that you was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully, I did. I listened to it. But what you're saying is you're giving credit to somebody that don't deserve credit for the things that we did. Fuck, I'm not saying
Why do you feel like they don't? Deserve
because did they do it? They didn't do.
They
But
might have did
but-
wrong.
but
You might
listen-
not have been able to do wrong.
But what I'm
They
saying
might
is,
have did wrong.
Dan, let me get mine off. I'll let you talk. So then be quiet, then, my G. But what I'm saying is this is what I'm saying. The whole thing is, sir, they can't hear on their mics. But what I'm saying, Dan, is you're giving people credit for something because they gave us scraps. Nigga, I can give you a pile of wood, but you can't build a house with it.
I like when
So
people
let me.
give me scraps because if I still make a pile of wood off that scraps.
But you not. But what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is.
There you go.
What am I?
There you go. You're good, sir.
I'm trying to finish. So what they did is they gave us a pile of scraps and we turned it into something, right? So we
means
took
something.
their. But what I'm saying is we took their trash and turned it into treasure.
We
That's
would've
not
never
some-
even
but
been
that's
able
not
to
something.
do that if
But
we
you're
never
giving
did
them
that.
credit. But you're giving people
I just give
credit.
credit for. I give
So
credit
then-
to
so then give-
everything.
so then give-
Negative and positive, I give credit to everything.
But what you're forgetting, Dan, is that if they didn't give us the trash and they gave us the treasure to start with,
I'm not
our
forgetting.
treasure
They
would have
might
been
be
bigger than
forgetting.
their
No,
treasure.
but what you're saying is how you're representing it right now is you're giving them credit for us inventing.
So
the
I'm giving
things
them more credit
than
than
they
I'm-
deserve.
I'm gonna bring it
Yes.
back. I'm gonna bring it back.
No, I get. All right,
Yo,
get that. You say I'm giving them more credit than they deserve, but I'm not giving them more credit than
Dan,
we
you're saying-
deserve.
you're
Hold on,
saying-
let's
no.
hold on. Time.
I'm
Hold on.
gonna give it
I
back
think
to
we're
the
not
question.
getting anywhere at this point. I want to bring it back to all of us are brown skin, right? Now imagine being in that classroom, you know, in what, 3rd or 4th grade, and you're not being taught that you're a slave. Imagine being taught that you're an inventor. Imagine being taught that you're an architect. Hold on, son. Imagine being taught from, let alone an African American teacher, but a Caucasian teacher. Imagine the empowerment of how you view yourself is not just a subservient servant who was beat, you know what I'm saying? But you're actually an inventor of some things that are prominent in American society. I'm thinking along the lines
that
if we
was
were
your
taught that,
black and
that's
brown question.
that's where it was really at.
I
What
feel
is
like
it?
I feel like that would help
So
some.
do you want?
but-
Hold on,
Dan,
son.
you did it.
Let him
feel like
finish.
You gotta respect everybody.
Yeah, let him get.
I
Let him go.
am.
I feel like that would help
Please.
some, probably a lot. But me personally, I've always been proud to just be black, period, because of the struggle that we came from. So that shit wouldn't help me.
Period.
Because it wouldn't have made me feel more proud to be black.
That's because where
know
you
what I mean?
started, though. That's
You know
just
what I
where you
mean?
started.
I'm even more proud that we had to go through
But
all this hard ass shit.
But it definitely would have helped.
And we're
answer
still.
Hold on. Let
Proud,
Dev get off. He really was saying. Go ahead.
Because
we
I
never
want to
went
go
through
back
those.
to the
You gotta let
answer
Dev
when
talk,
it was
bro.
when I said I didn't have an answer for the black and brown. But I was gonna say for the other side, it would almost break the connection because you're trying to teach them what they learned 8 hours of, and you're trying to reverse
deep.
it and make them negative, right? But then you're gonna have somebody next to them that has to give them that accountability tap, like, yo, you know
And then white
that ain't
people
right.
used to call us nigger.
You know what I mean?
They used to call us nigger.
For
Sorry.
your side too,
We even
It'll-
changed
Bro,
that
you
up
gotta
on
let
them.
him talk.
Hold on. Let him get busy, bro. Let him get busy.
for the black and brown side, I feel if I were to put myself in them shoes, you would have to only, if you were being racist or whatever, you'd have to only do it one-on-one.
Right.
Because everybody around here know exactly what I know. So that gives you a sense of empowerment, of the sense just, you don't have to be on my side in agreement, but knowledgeably, and you know that this is wrong. You will know on a first-hand basis because we're all getting taught this in
Oh,
school.
not to cut you off. So you're bringing it from the standpoint of if this was introduced as kind of like a blip in the educational system, like hold up, everything we was teaching you was wrong. This is really the truth. Is that the standpoint? Because
Well-
I'm looking at from if we were taught originally without any of the false information about us.
okay.
I'm thinking about if we were brought up under the education of this is who you really are versus what we've
Do you
all
think
been.
rap would be a thing?
So
Wait,
this,
my
Go
question.
ahead,
that's-
talk. Who
that's
said that?
deep.
but that's where
You
I,
said that?
but that's where I was
what I'm talking
going.
about.
But that's where I was going. So really,
I
if you
mean
think
it.
about,
A
about
lot
like
of
this,
shit wouldn't
so
be a thing. You gotta.
I don't think rap
You
would
gotta
be.
be. You can't even be mad at
I'm
somebody.
trying to
that-
explain it.
Hold on,
bro.
let him explain, fam.
Can I
Let him
talk
get
too?
the-
Yo,
You've been
bro,
talking a
bro,
lot,
you've been
fam.
talking a lot, bro.
Yeah,
we
let
can't.
him
We
live.
trying to
Let
get
him
words
live.
in.
All right,
Let him
I'm
live.
gonna go
Let him
smoke
live.
You don't gotta go
I'ma
smoke no
smoke a
cigarette.
I got to.
You don't. You,
I do have to because I
you just
am-
have to. You just have to respect
I
everybody's
do.
opinion. So
y'all
we're
gotta
all
respect
trying to.
me too. I'm trying to answer y'all telling me mad things at one time.
We're telling
I
each
gotta
other. We're
answer
telling
you-
all of
I
us,
gotta
bro.
answer you.
Nah,
Every
we're not,
sentence, you know
we're
what I
not
mean?
asking you personally.
No.
I
You know what
know.
I'm saying? Just let it flow.
But I
Go
get
ahead,
it.
go ahead, Dan. Do your thing, bro.
I would need to do it with all you guys, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
So
I
let
don't
him
have
talk.
Go smoke a cigarette, Brody.
Thank you.
Yeah, go smoke
Thank
a cigarette. You
And
got
I'm gonna do that, but literally,
We got you. We understand.
no hate at all. Like even I know people oppressed us. They did a lot. You still gotta love them. You have to.
Yeah, but that's not what we're talking about, though.
Go
That's
smoke
what
a
I'm
cigarette.
talking about, though.
Yeah, I know, but you talking about a topic totally different than what we talking
It's
about.
all on the same topic, and then I'm gonna try to talk about y'all's topic on that. But y'all can talk about it too a little bit, cause I know I'm a little intense. I get it.
Go ahead, Hoodie. What would you say?
Nah, I was just saying when you talk.
Always love. Love wins everything.
Word.
It don't. There's nothing that don't win over love.
Yeah, nah, we're not saying that you're wrong.
Watch the wire. Watch the wire.
That's the only one I gotta watch.
What I was saying is when you talked about would there be rap, what I'm saying is there would be rap. You standing in my camera.
Would there though? Keep talking.
So there would be rap because what is rap? Rap is a more synchronized, bassy version of jazz scat. Because skibbity bop bop that.
Which was started in the South.
Yeah.
So that's what when you think about what hip hop is a mashup of the old. So you had jazz, rhythm and blues, and all that different things. So that's a mashup of all the things that black people had back in the day. So I'm not saying there wouldn't be rap, but I'm saying the evolution of it is still definitely possible because of the origins of music.
Yeah. Do you separate hip hop and rap? Do you separate those things, or do you consider?
Well, hip hop is part of more elements. Rap is an element of hip hop.
That's
just
what
like
I'm
how
saying.
R&B is
so
part
I
of
know.
hip hop.
I believe hip hop would be here.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
just because hip hop is
rap would be
expression.
here?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an expression.
Because the MCing, the rapping portion came from the MC getting it hyped, and then it got into the little raps that came into it. Then that turned into actual longer raps.
Because you got to think. So when you talk about hip hop, you talk about the DJ, you talk about the dancer, you talk about the graffiti,
the b-boy,
you talk about the b-boy, and you talk about the MC and the knowledge.
Yeah.
And then there's one more, the 7 elements. I don't remember what the last one is off the top of my head.
I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5. B-boying, DJing, MCing, graffiti, and the knowledge.
And the knowledge, yeah. All right, so those are the 5 elements of hip hop. So so rap would be MCing. It's just like breakdancing and all that shit is just as much a part of hip hop. And now you can technically add fashion kind of into it as a 6th element.
You can do that. Yeah.
So you know what I mean. So a lot of this stuff would still be here. What it would look like, I can't tell you that. But I do still think, like I said, when you're talking about culture from back in the day, all those different, even like Ella Fitzgerald and all those R&B rifters that would do kind of that jazz. Skip tap 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 to do that.
But to take it even further, you're talking about hip hop. Would there be rhythm and like blues without that? Like blues is your struggle.
Listen,
so if the struggle wasn't as bad, would there be? You know what I mean?
The knowledge being taught of our history. Would that impact?
Yeah, because blues came from like old Negro spirituals.
He's trying to connect. You're trying to connect the dots.
There would be a whole mental
shift.
It would be so.
I think the hip hop might have started with like the Uzis. Like that might have been how hip hop started. You know what I mean?
Like Lil Uzi.
Yeah, like the new niggas.
Nah, I think
because it would have been all shine type shit.
I think it'd still be LL.
Yeah, no, that too. But it wouldn't be the like the not the Run DMCs, the Public Enemies.
Well, I mean, that all started because they took the music programs out of the schools.
Yeah,
like that's why that actually came about.
My bad. I gotta go right back to Dan. He made a point earlier in Takao what they was talking about. So now that I've been in the school district, I've been talking to a lot of people and listening to a lot of things.
Okay, elaborate.
Right. So when they asked me what I was doing last week, what my game plan was with the students, and I told them Black History, one of the people said, "Yeah, that's great because we have a specific curriculum that we're supposed to teach, and that's not a part of our curriculum." So teaching Black History and going and expounding on other things besides the Malcolms, the Martins, the Rosas, and all the stuff like that is not a part of their curriculum, so they don't even teach that.
Right.
So when I was telling them
what you don't know.
So when I was telling them I was talking about the inventors and all that stuff, one of the teachers was like, "That's great because we're only allowed to teach our curriculum, and none of that stuff is any part of what we're supposed to teach."
Can I ask y'all a question? Why did Dan go take a cigarette break? What y'all do to him?
We were trying to get him
kind of real
respect.
A little bit.
We're trying to get him to.
I didn't catch any of that.
Basically, his problem is he doesn't like to listen. That's one of the issues. And he's tipsy, so when he's tipsy, it's even worse.
Oh yes, when people get on the sauce and they come through, they get the sauce vibes.
He's just talking over everybody. So we're trying to. So he proposed a question. Dan will say something, and then it'll be Sir's turn.
Let's keep in mind this is going to be viewed by a whole bunch of people. So guess what we do here at the Mindful Exchange?
We
show love.
Yes,
We show love.
Yes,
it might be hard for some people to engage in this type of environment because it's an abnormal environment. One where you're respected by everybody, you're challenged by everybody. If you say something, you got to stand on it and then give me an explanation for it. So maybe it's a form of communication he might have to learn.
Well, I think he's doing good, and it's not no disrespect to none of it.
Because he's mad smart too, and
and he was saying some stuff, but he just wouldn't let anybody else talk.
It's a timing thing.
That's all we were saying is like, yo, Dan, hold on, let me get mine off. The nephew would go, and then he trying to talk over nephew, which and don't get it twisted because we all do it. It happens to all of us sometimes. You know what I mean? And we all have to remind each other. So it wasn't nothing specific towards Dan. It was just so it's just like when it's just us four or
you know
just
who's
us five,
always in this room. You know who's always been a supernatural at it. Quest, I have to exempt you from this because you're like professionally and you can't even be in this. Dev.
Oh yeah, he'd be on it.
He's a master at listening and talking.
Facts.
Because he'll even let you get your shit off if you try to like cut him off a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he's not worried about getting his point out at that moment. He'll reel back and then later double back and be like, well.
Yeah, you be bringing shit back.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you're passionate about what you're talking about. And
great listener.
Yeah, I mean, since we've been podding, I've had to work on my communication style because I just always wanted to be heard and all this other shit. And
y'all know I'm a bully.
Nigga, you're never gonna change. But
Don't forget, I like y'all.
But I have gotten a lot better. I have gotten a lot better.
I don't want you to change how you are because what you do is needed. You know what I'm saying? Like
Definitely.
But
I
had to learn to not like I'm a talker. So I'm a bully you. That's just a part of my guerrilla warfare. Is
we need you to put up 20.
My guerrilla warfare is like,
Jeremy,
go talk to these people and let's get this job done.
20,
so I'm gonna bully you into what I want to go to. You know what I mean? So with us, it's a lot easier because we're so used to.
We're used to it.
I
think a part of his thing is he's not used to it. Yeah.
And that's all we were trying to tell him. Like, yo, Dan, we'll come right back to you. Yeah. Let everybody get their little 30 seconds of shine and then come right back to you, bro.
You know what I love the most? I love when a question is asked because I don't know everything about everything we talk about. Right. I love when there's a good, pertinent question asked and then there's responses because I want to pick everybody's brain. Yeah. This is how you learn. This is how you absorb. This is how you develop and grow.
Yeah. So I think that's a great transition into that next brains.
Video. We got 3 more videos, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said that's a good
825.
That's why we missed you.
That's why you ain't just hear me say. That's a great transition.
You see that
into the
I
next
put
video.
in the chat earlier? I said, yeah. Oh shit, we missed you. Everybody.
What we got next, Jetta?
So
before
I just want to say something. It sounds like your mic's not. Is it turned off? Double click. Is the blue button on the top of your mic? Look at that. If not, double click it. Not that's on him. That's on him. He probably accidentally powered it off.
I see a blue button.
They last about 5 to 7 hours. Double click, one tap, then the second tap, hold it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about this when you guys were talking about rap and hip hop.
I still don't hear him.
I still don't hear you.
Well,
keep going though. We can.
I can hear you though.
Yeah. Well, with rap and hip hop shit, I'm just
nope. He's on 4 on box 1.
To like differentiate rap from hip hop, how would you explain that to them? One thing that was in my mind.
That was it. Whatever you.
How would you differentiate between rap and hip hop?
Somebody the difference between hip hop and rap.
Like threshold.
I was thinking you could say hip hop is Martin Luther King and rap is Malcolm X. So hold up. Before we jump away from what he just said, let's think about it for a second. I'm telling you, if you're too quick to speak, that means you're not listening to the motherfucker speaking. That shit he just said can almost sum up what I hear today.
Say it again.
Who's rap?
What different?
Hip hop is equal to Martin Luther King.
Who breathing that hard?
Hip hop
I'm not even breathing.
Would be Malcolm X.
Oh, you wouldn't be alive, bro.
No, I'm
You're talking about the message and the delivery of the MC.
It's a lot smooth.
The presentation of the
more
whole.
Martin Luther King was peace, and hip hop is giving you knowledge and understanding of a whole bunch of shit, and then fucking
Reason
rap
and
is
shit.
just
So,
grimy
what you
and,
think?
Like, nigga,
That's a good
by
point.
any means necessary.
That is-
nigga,
I see
like-
what you're
So,
saying.
Like rebellion versus
That's what I was asking when I said like hip
What it
hop
be?
or rap.
Yeah,
So,
rebellion
but
is a
hip hop
great-
is the
is a great
encompass
word.
of
Cap.
the show.
hold on.
Right.
I'm gonna let him speak first, just because he was speaking and I respect it.
Oh, I was just saying because I asked a question earlier about
Yeah.
hip hop
That's
and
what-
rap, and he was like, hip hop's the DJ, like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
five
yeah.
elements.
The five
And
elements.
then-
That's what I was gonna say.
But
when
I
we-
was
when we
when-
talked about, he asked that same question, and then we talked
Right.
about
That's how I
what
meant it,
hip hop
though.
was the five elements of hip hop, and how rap was just a part of
Just
MCing,
MC, yeah.
which is
Okay.
a part of hip hop. It's not hip hop.
Yeah.
It's
But I
just a
see
part
what Judd
of
is
the.
talking about.
That's exactly
Yeah,
how I
I
meant it
understand
right
what
there.
that's what I was saying. I was like, I don't think that what we talked about as far as rap being a part of the five elements of hip hop.
Yeah.
So when I think of hip hop, when a lot of people think of hip hop, they just think of the music, not the culture of it.
Right.
So there's really for me, hip hop is a culture. Rap is the music because it's the art of
It's our
MCing.
age. Our age gives us that ability to differentiate between the two.
Because that's how we learned it
Right.
from New.
Yeah.
With the
Five
when
elements.
New used to talk about the
Bro,
elements of
that.
hip hop.
Ooh.
Do
So
you know how many days I wish New was here to sit here on the? You know how
Yeah.
proud he would have been to sit here on the pod
Man.
and just moderate and run the fuck out of this
Yeah,
shit,
bro.
man.
That'd been crazy.
We could have even had just a hip hop segment of the pod where he was like, because he knew everything. I mean, I'm not saying that just to gas him up or his
He
his
did.
legacy, but he literally accurately knew everything. There's no one that can dispute these facts with him because he was there. He studied it. That was his life from A to Z. And yeah, I would say there's a differentiation between rap and hip hop. Hip hop is more of a cultural thing. Like you can wear hip hop, you can talk hip hop, you can walk hip hop.
That's what y'all was saying.
Yeah.
Your attitude can be hip hop, but if you rap, you're a
rapper
Now,
or an
when-
MC.
Yeah, you're not a hip hopper.
Yeah, and when you rap, there's sub genres of rap.
Yeah.
Because then you have the drill.
That was my
you
point
have,
exactly.
like, what is like? What'd you say?
The mumble.
Like the mumble, then the J. Cole
I
type
think
shit. the
conscious,
trap. Yeah, conscious.
trap,
Conscious rap.
Yeah.
backpack rapper,
Reality rap.
dope
Yo, Tatai?
boy rapper.
Yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
to tie
yeah.
There's
all the like.
subsidiaries.
My bad, Pooh.
No, you're good. I was just saying there's subcategories of rap and MCing, but continue.
To tie all that, I want to give a quote from one of the greatest philosophers of our time. To
KRS
tie,
One.
to tie hip hop and what we were talking
better
about with the
not do a
slavery
Trump
and all.
impersonation,
I'm not
man.
gonna. First of all,
Felt like he was heating up.
That's
for us.
disrespectful.
nah.
You know
so
I love hip hop.
he said, and maybe you'll know after I say it. Whoever guesses it. He said, I read all your books, know all your remixes to the Bible. What about a verse for the thugs, curable drugs, and survival? Let's add some chapters, name them Martin, Malcolm, and Farrakhan. In all my history books, the only one dies with the Americans.
That
And let's
shit
point it
sound
out, who's
killer.
responsible for the Vietnam, and hold on, there's more. We had two
Trick
world
Daddy.
wars. And how come the judges make more than the teachers is making, and they the one raising all the taxes and got us fighting for education? Life is crazy, ain't it?
Who is that?
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy,
That's
nigga.
Trick
also
That's
a-
Trick Daddy spitting.
That's Stuck
out.
Holiday, nigga.
That's also a rap name that wouldn't
Damn.
sit well now.
Trick Daddy.
Trick Daddy.
Yeah.
That would be all right. That's not like Heavy D
I don't know.
or
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah,
T.
yeah.
Listen,
That would be like blasphemy.
Yeah, we gonna,
Why would it not
it's
sit well?
it's how it
That'd be
is
like
now
blasphemy.
with
you
people
you about to run to the bathroom?
saying stuff is crazy.
So
Old
when
nigga
Quest
bro.
comes
Stuff is
back,
like
we're gonna
gay.
segue into
Well,
something
you-
else.
Hey, Pooh, this is
Second
up top right
video?
there.
That's how they used to roll back.
That's
Second
all that
video?
matters.
But, sir, what year were you born?
Oh wait.
Oh shit.
That matters.
So that would make you
Gen Z.
not deeper than that. It would make you a professor and a master, all knowing about your generation. We can't sit here and tell you more about your generation than what you can tell us. So why wouldn't the word or the name Trick Daddy work today?
It's just how people think. Like
You
how,
got to expound on it.
Wait, are you talking
Well,
about
you say
today?
that,
So-
but
Hold on.
Alright,
So
I think we should let him speak. We should let him speak. Let him speak.
Can you just tell him why what we talked about?
No, I think he's.
Yeah, he's saying that they don't
understand why what we were talking about. Why he said that.
Rather than say anything about it, I'd rather just hear him speak on why it wouldn't work today. That's good for me.
I feel like the kids nowadays, they don't like daddy is a crazy thing someone could say no matter what.
Yeah.
And you see trick. And then kids nowadays, they'll think about it weird.
But sir, what's a trick to you?
I don't even know.
Because that's what would make it inappropriate.
It's the crazy thing is the fact that it's just trick is completely.
Now, a trick is somebody who pays for pussy. It's a job.
Nah, but this is why I asked. This is why I asked
my
him,
generation
This is why I asked
don't
him
know
to
that.
speak on it because we don't know how they interpret it.
That's why I was asking.
We aren't masters on that. We're not knowing. I don't know. I've never studied it, never researched it. So how does he interpret it? Which could help us understand better your generation.
He also he don't be out there like that. So he
let him speak.
He wouldn't understand what trick means.
Yeah, but it's still his interpretation of it.
What's your
I'm also part of that generation, so I can have an interpretation.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not a part of that generation.
Who said that?
It was me.
I don't know.
It was
I'm
Takel.
trying to think. I'm like,
Nigga, you part of my generation.
You have to. It doesn't matter what.
Yeah, but
you
we're not that
say,
far off from him.
But you have to say what you feel.
Only thing I think a trick is like a move because I wasn't like back when you guys were kids
Nah,
or
that
something.
makes sense.
It probably it made something different. Like I'm young. You just
Well, no, it started as that always.
yeah, the
It all
move, but then
started
it
as
just
that.
started to move off of it.
Yeah.
And like
So yeah,
that's all I can think is just a move.
When you say a move, you mean like a
Like a skateboard move.
A trick move.
Okay,
or something?
okay. Like
A trick move.
Or like a difficult move.
difficult. And then when you add
like a
daddy,
magic
There was
trick.
any
Difficult
tricks in the
movement.
world? Why was there?
so when you add daddy
Yeah.
to it,
Yeah. Yeah, or like a
trick.
What was the
difficult
reason why?
move
And
to
then
do
what
instead
does
of-
that mean? Or we
So
just asked
trick.
him, and he's a younger generation.
so trick, and then you add daddy to it. What would
What
that?
do you think? What do you?
it all just changes. And
What
everyone
does it
has their
mean-
own
what does it
definitions
mean
for
to
stuff.
you,
So it's
too?
like
What does it mean to you?
I
When you
don't
hear
even.
Trick Daddy, when you
I
hear
feel
it.
like my opinion on it doesn't even matter because
It does, and I'm asking.
I don't feel like it matters because I'm trying to understand.
How can you understand if you're not letting us understand you?
Can you allow me to finish speaking?
Yes, I can.
So I feel like what I have to say doesn't matter because I'm trying to understand the generation that he lives in.
Do you think he matters?
That's not.
Thank you.
And that's why he took a cigarette break.
I had to play the guy real
I
quick.
get it.
I said the wrong thing. Ah, please don't let it happen.
All right. So Dan, let me put you on to something.
Thank you.
You're highly intelligent. I love you. I built a whole segment for you to be the head of during this pod. But when we're speaking, when we have mindful
I know, and it is
engagements
my
and
problem.
exchange.
I have to
listen.
learn this.
You have to listen. You got to learn how to listen more, talk less. It's
know.
not about me. I don't mind it not being about me because
But I will
there's
literally
certain.
talk
Pardon me
less
for
if
1
you-
second.
if
Pardon me
you
for 1
talk
second.
more. You talk. You got to
So
talk.
I want to learn from this young man on this topic, and the only way I can learn is if he speaks. That's why I'm asking
You
him.
want to learn from him too?
Because can I?
I've been,
Yo, sir.
I've been here for a long time. Well, not a long time, but I've been here
You've
for
been
a
here
while.
since the inception.
Yes,
You've been
sir.
here forever. This is your pod, your home. This is your place.
Did you learn from him?
Because
I learned a lot. From
I
all
just
of
want to know, because listen, if as an older individual, if you're not willing to listen to the younger dudes, you're not learning as much as you think you are. If I'm listening to a younger dude that says, "Hey, we always talked about that bro word," like bro, yo, bro. So if I wouldn't have listened to younger dudes about how younger individuals use the word bro, it would have made shit real weird in my household, especially after my son called me bro, and I'm like,
Yeah, nah, I ain't with none of that shit.
Thank you.
See it in the nigga face.
So,
Yeah.
so Dev,
Bro.
So Dev, then last week I brought up a question. I said, we're
I
in
watched
between
that
topics.
podcast.
We're in between topics, and I said, what's a rap name
Yeah.
that would be suspect now that we grew up with? So we talked about. So I said Sticky Fingers, Heavy D, Mr. Cheeks.
What? Who the fuck is Mr. Cheeks?
From the Lost Boys, Renee.
He was lost.
Yo, your father-in-law would take
Yo,
your ass
yeah,
to the basement and
you'd
run
be
you through
fighting
some
right now.
records,
He'd be like, yo,
bro.
who the fuck? You don't know who Mr. Cheeks is?
What about Flow Rider?
That's
Flow
not
Rider's
fine.
fine.
That's not
Flow
bad.
That's not
That's
bad.
like-
Yo, ain't
It's
he?
Flow, like when I think of Flow, I'm thinking period.
when I think of Flow,
Rider.
I think of like.
I think of like.
Why do you think like that?
That's what bitches say. I got my flow, Aunt Flow, nigga. That's what they say.
You're a freak.
That's why he say
He do like a
I'm gonna just be quiet for the rest of the podcast.
You're a freak.
All right.
Freaky
I don't mean to
ass.
interrupt, but I want to get back on the subject with Sir. So I want to talk with him about this subject because the trick part is like, you know, the younger generation don't know about like, you know, what that means and stuff like that. So trick is like he just said, a trick. So I want to ask you, is the daddy part of that the only part that a lot of the younger generation is going to say, hey, yo.
Yeah.
How old
yeah.
are you, Takeo?
But that's
Good, now that's a good question.
I think
26.
that's the thing because
26, right?
I feel like if it was a girl listening to it, they'd probably think, okay, it's a little weird. But then when a guy, because you know how people don't.
If you listen to
It's
Trick
weird
Daddy,
'cause
you
I'm
listen
trying to think.
Trina.
I'm trying to think on it because
We
I'm
established
not trying
what trick was, right?
Yeah.
Did we?
Like,
can you tell us
Nah,
again
nah,
one
nah.
more time?
From his
about-
age demographic, we established what trick can be interpreted as.
I guess we explained both sides.
He doesn't
Yeah, I
wanna-
think we did.
he doesn't
Yeah,
wanna
we're
go
gonna
into much
segue.
de- he doesn't want to go into much
We're
detail.
gonna segue to Cal. Anything else before we segue, because that was a very good fucking question.
So I want to say we're going to dial back down to the whole culture thing, okay? And this is a little bit of segment. I'm
Pull
gonna
the
go
mic a little bit closer.
This is a little bit of segment I just want
Thank you.
to share my opinion on. And it's not even opinion, it's just proof in the pudding.
Yeah.
That a lot of things that have happened, whether it be hip hop, rap, inventions, all that, even the inventions are part of our culture.
Yeah.
We delve into it because when we were working hard for the white man, we decided to indulge ourselves in the things to make us busy, to make us feel more empowered, knowing damn well that history will not care. Well, people that teach school will not care about that history, but we know deep in our hearts,
It
and
was
we
for
got to
us.
educate everybody else that we did that. We made it here.
That's bad.
Where
No
did
matter-
that knowledge come from? Is what I'm
Even the
wondering.
word nigga that was used to
Stop
discriminate
asking.
us,
You know
we
where it
use
came
as to
from.
greet our fellow black man.
Yeah.
You know how?
No, all those inventions and all those great things we did that we didn't get credit for. Where did that knowledge?
We never get credit.
It
bestowed on
wasn't
those?
taught. It wasn't taught.
You think it was-
learned.
Well, no, it's the stuff's patented, so it's
No.
researchable.
Not
No, I'm
that.
talking about
The invention.
the gift of the ability of said individual to come up.
Self-taught.
God.
Well, I think
You
what
hear
he's
me?
saying is we were at a disadvantage,
That's
so
right.
we didn't have
Yeah.
the resources
Right.
that.
Slave shit was
Where did it come
So
self-taught.
where
If
did
you
it come
So
swing
where
that
did
shit
that
so
come
many
from?
times.
How about we
You gonna
segue
start
with
thinking.
this?
I know the answer to that.
It's just
Hold up.
innovation.
Let's
I
I
segue
don't
with
think any
this.
of us know the answer to that.
Nah, I
Those
don't
are
think
powerful
it-
minds, and I think that's all the credit you can give to it without
Right.
knowing.
Right.
Because if you can do that without having all the resources that.
Gifts? Is that we credit it to? Gift?
Yeah.
Gifts.
So let's run down the list of the. There was one video I wanted to make sure we got into. It was
Blacks on blondes.
That's crazy.
You said what, Jetta?
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah, we just did fat.
Money Mom.
Oh yeah, play. That's the one.
Oh, that's what we was
the
talking
one.
about.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So we got to play this. I want y'all to really watch this, interpret it, because we got to have a serious discussion after this.
Is Money Mama?
Nah, I just put a label on it.
All right, let it rock, because I ain't never seen this.
And Cap said that zesty as fuck.
Oh yeah, I put that in the chat.
F you.
I seen this.
Listen.
All I did, I asked you for your birthday money so that I can pay the light bill. You don't want to give me the birthday money.
Yeah, I put that in
I
the
am
group
taking
chat.
the PS5 back so I can get the money so the bill can be paid.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
My birthday money that I got on my birthday to pay the light bill. And why you trying to take my PS5 away? Well, you can't play the PS5 anyway. There ain't gonna be no damn lights in our house. You shouldn't have been going out so much. You wouldn't have had the money.
Facts.
Trying to first of all,
But you gotta ask everybody's opinion on if they would give the money for a light.
You gotta
bill or
listen.
not.
Gotta listen, please.
You help. Out so much. I'm tired of going out. You need to spend time on
Damn.
us, and you need to spend money on your bills. I'm not even talking to you. So you stay in a child's place. You said stay in a child's place, but you asking my brother to pay.
Facts.
And just like Lay said, you need to start spending money on us and stop going.
Sound like a sister.
Please listen, fellas, please.
Is that a
Damn, you gonna get me
joke?
wiping off my bald head? and
Obvious
all
skit.
that? Yeah, bring the camera back. Fuck it. Come on.
That's
I
crazy.
hope it's a skit.
Ask everybody
Yeah,
what
it's
they
hot
would
up in
do.
here.
It is a skit.
I can't.
Nah,
Yo, Quest, take your hat off and y'all go head to head. Y'all look like a nutsack.
Yo.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Look, you. Look, he's like,
We ain't even got
Ball thing.
That's the next button we gotta get. Hey, yo.
No Diddy for this nigga, bro.
Hold on, what happened to the U-turn
Nigga
button?
says a nutsack.
that's your box.
He
over
said-
there. No
We
shit.
ain't even got it.
Come on, man.
you know that reaction is on.
So does everybody understand what happened in that video? Did you hear it clearly?
Yep.
So-
I can tell you what I interpreted it.
So let's start with you.
I wouldn't. Well, as a father, I wouldn't ask my kids for no bill money.
Facts.
I wouldn't ask my kids for their birthday money to buy a soda. So that's out of pocket. But them kids have got some knowledge to them.
Word.
They are on point with whatever they're going through in life because the way they're responding,
They seen things.
Yeah.
They're
grown
knowledgeable.
little kids.
so you're asking stay in a child's place. You're asking my brother for. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, that shit hit me too.
Oh, and she says she's talking about some. You know they were saying. I don't know if that was a skit because I don't know if it like flipped at some
I
point.
tried to fact check it. I didn't find the facts on the checking yet, but either way, it was so powerful. I said, "Fuck it."
Bro, to spend time with us and shit like that. That
Yeah.
seems like that might have. I don't know if a kid can act that out. I don't give a fuck if you're not on the camera or not.
Not just that.
I mean-
What's crazy? Didn't she say at the end of the video, right before she ended it, "I'm about to whoop y'all ass"?
Yeah, and cut it off. Quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? So something flipped. If it was a skit, they just said some real shit, and she had to kill that.
Agreed. And I ain't even gonna talk. You
Nephew,
said
what do
everything
you
I was-
think about
You
it?
said everything I was gonna say.
Hoodie, what do you think?
I think that in previous pods we talked about how the generational gap between parenting exists as far as how a lot of these younger generation women how they feel and how their outlook of
I couldn't wait to hear you speak on
of life because when you think about some of the girls you like in the generation of baddies when they're just worried about what they look like, their Instagrams, their this, their that. That's what they're worried about. And I'm not saying all women. I'm just saying that there's a lot of these girls.
Like it happens.
There's a lot of these girls that are falling victim to the love and hip hop
many.
lifestyle,
Baddies
and so
and
they're
shit,
looking.
yeah.
So that's what they're looking at. So when I looked at that video as a dad, Dev, I went to the same place you was at. But I ain't gonna lie, I made Jariah buy me a tea this
I'll
morning
make you
at
buy me
7-Eleven.
some.
I'd be like, yo, you pulled out money? Oh yeah, this is on her. But what I'm saying is like, so the thing is a lot of these girls, because you see that she had them. So like I'm a girl dad, so she had on over $100 nails. Them nails that she had on cost more than $100.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I know that because I paid
car
for those
look
before.
fly, look new.
So when she's talking, you got on $100 nails.
Yeah.
You had earrings in. You had on some kind of sweatsuit, and the car looked decent. So I mean, but that's regular shit. So I'm cool with that. But the fact that they said, well, if you stop going out every night, which is a generational thing. I mean, because a lot of these girls
if you
go out
and make money, it's different than
That ain't
going
that.
out and make money.
But what I'm saying is,
Dan,
That's
pull your
hard for
mic,
kids
pull your
to
mic a little
understand.
closer, pretty please.
When you go out and make money, that's different than going out and spending money.
True.
And
So-
that's some kids don't really understand.
But we're talking about, I get what you're saying, Dan. But when we talk about this video, if she was making money, then she wouldn't be asking the kid for money or taking the
even to do
PS5.
skit to make money off.
And the P5 shit, I didn't even.
I heard,
Yeah. So to break it down,
go
it
ahead.
was like the mother initially asked the boy for money that
Birthday
he
money.
got from his birthday. And then when the boy didn't agree to give up his birthday money,
P5.
She said, "Well, I'll take the PS5 and sell it to get the
Whoa, I
money."
missed that part.
Yeah,
I'm kind of
yeah.
curious though.
First of all, that's the worst threat you can make to a nigga.
All right,
Don't
so
you ever
listen,
threaten a P5.
let me finish.
What would you done if you was that little boy?
Let me finish painting the context, then I'll answer your question really quick. So then when he explained that, she explained she was going to sell the PS5 to get the money because the lights won't even be on for you to play it. Then his brother, which you couldn't see in the other seat behind her, said, "Why are you asking my brother for his money when you could be not going out as much?" And then initially said, "You shouldn't be spending all your money on your little boyfriend."
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah. So listen, to answer your question, Cousin Dan. Now, I've seen this part of life play out.
I know.
Now, the reason why I feel like, so my mom was a single mother. At times she was with her husband. At times she was with my dad. One thing about my mom is when we got jobs, when I was 15, I explained this before, she used to take our checks, cash them, give us a couple dollars. When I turned 16, I went to the bank. They created an account for me to deposit my money so I can cash it, leave it in my account, and then give my mom the money I wanted to. Right. That's what I eventually started doing. I can say that when my mom was doing it, it wasn't because she wanted to go get her nails done. Right. She wasn't going out to the clubs, bars, trying to get fly.
Nah, she wasn't.
She literally was trying to pay bills. All of her
she
kids.
Even fed all of us.
She
in
fed
the
not
house.
just the kids in the house. She fed everybody that she loved.
Right.
So I understand that in an aspect where it's like, I don't feel bad about having to give my mom any money.
At all.
I'm just mad when she was taking all my money.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is a big difference.
Very big
comes
difference.
to the principle of what's going on.
Yeah.
That's a
you
big
gotta
difference.
pay, and they like you're a man, I'm a man. I'm also a man in the house too. Like, and I had to take care of shit.
Yeah.
I've been taking care of shit too.
Since I was a kid, my nigga. And
so
my mom raised 5 boys on her
I don't
own.
even feel bad about that at all. I'm glad I could do that.
The only thing that I feel funny about in that video is that the mom seemed like she was styling, like she was trying to keep up with the Joneses.
Otherwise, that little girl would have never even confronted her.
Said
on
anything.
That. Exactly.
And the thing parents don't realize is kids see shit you don't realize they see
it.
Because in the extended portion of this video, the boy said, or it could have been the little girl
Is the extended part?
She said, "What'd you do with your income tax money?" When I was a little ass kid, I knew when my mom got her income tax money.
It was crazy.
Because
When
she
I
would
was
talk about it.
17 When I was like 16, 17, my mom explained that to me.
Yeah.
My mom gave me from 16
a couple
to
$100,
18,
$1,000,
from 16
$500.
to 18, my mom gave me the whole $1,500.
Oh, that's low.
So my mom used to do similar shit. When she got her income tax, she had all of us in the house. She would explain to us, okay, when I get my income tax, because she always did hers and other people's income taxes, right? She would, okay, when I get this, you're all gonna get $300. My mom never reneged on that one time, and we were kids.
That's fire.
And she would give us a big amount of money, $300 back in the day, $400 back in the day was enough to go to the mall. I feel like you was Nina Brown up there.
My mom gave me 15. My mom
At the Carter, nigga.
Yo.
Your aunt
All right,
gave
so
me
can I get my opinion on
Your
this?
aunt gave me $1,500 for 2
I already
years.
know.
You know
I
what I
already
mean?
know.
If you,
bro.
if you renege on something,
Your
bro,
mom-
are you a renege?
Your mom, Dan,
I'm just asking, bro.
Your mom was one of the only individuals on this planet that held me down the way my mom did. You know what I'm saying? Like when they used to go out, she would be like, okay, you guys can drive my car for a couple hours during the day, but later on, me, your mom, and whoever are going out, and she had her car, and she'd be like, but you guys have to be responsible, come pick us up, take us to where we gotta go.
And
Right.
you needed it too.
And that's what we did.
That's the best feeling though.
She let me keep my dogs at her house.
I know, Jules. Don't play with me. I know.
She let me have a whole. When my mom said, "Get them fucking dogs out the house," she was like, you can have the dogs at the house, but she made me stick to a strict ass schedule. She said,
But
when do you have
she
to?
was an ass or nothing?
No,
It was
listen.
just-
I'm gonna break it down. She said, when do you have to be at school? I told her. She said, so at this time you can be here to take care of these dogs. When do you get out of school? At this time you can be here to take care of these dogs. And she had me on that schedule like a motherfucker. And that taught me a discipline as a child.
That was right when you got out too.
Nah, it was when I was in high school, bro. I'm talking about it was.
I remember
I mean, she held me down when I got out, but it was before.
yes, yeah,
it was when I was in high school.
You're
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you guys feel about that whole I'm taking your birthday money?
Yeah, we're supposed to go around, and then you
Yeah,
went
yeah,
first.
yeah,
Now
yeah.
you gotta go.
Quest?
I feel like it's something that she consistently has been doing to the kids.
Let me ask you one question before you start. When's your birthday and what's your sign?
July 15th, Cancer.
Right. Gangster, get to it.
You know what I'm saying? So from seeing it, it looks like the kids was fed up, like they've been through this. You know what I'm saying? This ritual, like they're like, yo, this is that bullshit. Like, it looked like they said, like they were prepared for that moment.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Like,
yo,
they practiced that shit. Like, we gonna tell mommy about her ass next time.
They was tired of her.
Yeah, like they had a pact. Like, yo,
Think
you win
about
it. Like, yo, we got each. I got your back. You got
look,
my back.
And that's
Because
when
both of them
going.
play that PS5, nigga.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
You give away our PS5,
Yo,
bitch.
that's a
I
fact.
did
play
not
that
think
too.
about that at all, son.
Yeah, that's
Nigga,
some
because
real
we
shit.
had one Quest.
You had one to share.
We all had Nintendos, but we only had one game.
Yeah.
When we was little, Quest, he would have Metroid for a week, and then
Psych
we would
back,
have to
nigga.
cycle the game.
Imagine being online in today's age where you create the profile and then you're following different achievements you made. Them kids was ready to ride out for that shit, man.
Yeah. So I mean,
You good, cuz?
I seen, you know what I'm saying, the fact that the kids was riding for one another.
Sit down.
And, you know what I'm saying, the mom, I don't know what she was recording for. Like, that's the thing that...
That's my whole.
Like, because it's like, did you set that up because you thought you was going to get capture
don't look
footage
good
of your
anyway.
kids saying
Being
cool?
humble.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Like,
don't look good
that don't
anyway.
look good for you as a mom.
Yeah.
It
At all.
makes you look
Shit
whack
may
as
backfire.
fuck.
That was a lose-lose.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Dad, what you think?
It's on you, Deb.
Hold on, you gotta say your birthday.
April 4th. I'm an Aries.
Aries.
That's just disgraceful. Cause I couldn't.
That's a good point, Deb. It's on you, sir. I'm just fucking with you.
That nigga, that's sir, nigga. That's just disgraceful, man. Like, cause I'm just thinking about my mothers. I couldn't imagine hearing no shit like
Yeah.
that. Like, I had shit taken from me, but not to pay no
Not
bill.
like that. Like,
Not to pay no
I remember
bill.
when I think I told y'all the story on the pod when and I just seen Randy Brewer the other day, Rage, like we was like that. We'll always be bros, but he came and met me at my crib one night when I got off my shift at McDonald's. I lived on 2 Friendly. When I get to the house, he meets me there. We walk into the house together. All the lights are off. My mom's sitting in the kitchen. There's mad candles lit everywhere. The gas was lit on the stove, all the burners for like light and all that. And I was like, Mom, what's going on? She said, oh, they turned the lights off. You know, the bill. She was in there crying, had a little drink, and I'm sitting there talking to her for a little bit, Rage trying to console me and all that. But
Oh, I took my headphones off so he doesn't have to not hit the thing.
So I go in the house, I change my clothes while Rage is sitting in the dark living room with my mom. And when I come downstairs, I give my mom a hug and a kiss. And I said, Mom, I'll be back in a little bit. As soon as we walked outside that front door, I was like, bro, I got to do something. I got to get something right. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was a strong woman. She didn't want to sit there and cry and complain to me about how she didn't have the money to pay the lights, but she told me what it was.
Right.
So at that point in time, I told that nigga, I said, yo, I'm about to get somebody, bro. Like, straight
That's
up.
real. That's
life.
real
I'm talking
shit.
real life shit.
Yep.
And to get this story in and out real quick, because I want to pass it around the room, we leave the alleyway of 2 Friendly, which is, nephew, 2 Friendly is in between the 2 cribs you be at.
Yeah,
We lived in that yellow house right behind where you
word.
be. That was our crib. So we leave the alleyway. We start walking up 2nd Street, and we seen this drunk dude. He looked drunk on the left side of the street by where that.
By my grandma's house?
It was past that. No, it's off of where that little building is that used to look like a barber shop, or it's a small building on the corner of Madison and 2nd. Okay. Right across from the Elmira college campus shit. So we see this dude walking on that side, and he's sitting there stumbling a little bit, right? So I was like, yo, we about to get that motherfucker. Rage was like, yo, you sure? I was like, yeah. He wasn't even like hesitant. He wasn't.
That's
he was like, we got.
He's a Leo too, by the way.
He said, we got to get to it. So the dude crosses Madison. He's still walking up the street. We turn around. We do a U-turn. We're a little bit behind him. We cross the street. So as we're following him, I don't know if any of you guys remember that Tommy Hilfiger outlet store that used to be on Church Street.
Right around the corner 2nd, yeah.
Yep. So it was off of High.
Yep, Church and High.
Church and High. So when he gets to High Street, he takes that right, and we're following behind him. So we follow him to the parking lot of the store, and by that time, I said, yo. He turns around. I said, yo, you got a cigarette? He said, nah, I don't smoke cigarettes. I said, yo, what's that in your back pocket? Look like you got a whole pack of cigarettes in your pocket. I can't get a cigarette. He pulled out his wallet and said, this is my wallet. What, you want me to smack you in the fucking head with my wallet and smack me in the forehead with his wallet?
Get the fuck out of here.
Made it easy to rob.
Peep game. So when he did that, I tried to grab it. When I did that, Rage picked up a rock. It was like, it wasn't a brick, but it was the size of a brick. He picked it up, and that nigga raised that shit up like he was about to bring Thor's hammer down on the motherfucker. All we heard was freeze, 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 freeze.
No.
So while I'm sitting there holding his wallet, Rage has this shit up in the air. They had cops on mountain bikes.
Damn.
And playing cars, regular PD. They crashed on us. Bam.
Damn.
So when they pulled us over in that incident, the first thing they said was, you didn't see us fucking following you?
Wow.
We was like, nah. Damn. Desperation will do that.
Right,
like when I went in the house, my mom was fucked up. I said, I don't give a fuck what has to happen. Long story short, when they took us downtown, they said they were about to do a drug raid on the house behind my house on Too Friendly. So that dude was a confidential informant that was going to that house. Yes, and when they seen us following him, they diverted him to a different route. Basically, keep walking and all that. And but you know,
everything happens for
a reason. And when we got to court, even the judge was dumbfounded. And I really told the fucking judge the truth. Like, I ain't never told on a nigga a day in my life, and I never will. But I said, look, I just got off work at McDonald's. I came home. When I walked in the house, the lights were off. My mom was in the kitchen crying. I felt like I had to do something because what I was doing already wasn't doing enough.
How'd you get that job at McDonald's?
Who you think got me that job at McDonald's? Yo mama, nigga, my auntie. And she made sure we got extra hours. And yo, I ain't trying to blow it up, but there was times when we was dead hungry and we would just call and be like, auntie, can I come get like a hamburger,
so you was
fries,
a nigga robbing niggas. So you're
no. Let's be clear. I wasn't a robber.
You're the reason niggas lock their door.
Not at all.
Clutch their purse when we walk out.
Not at all, bro.
Not at all.
It's all your fault, Cap.
Not at all.
You dark-skinned motherfuckers.
I am what Jetta referred to earlier as it's either Malcolm or Martin, and that night I was Malcolm by any means. Right. You see your mom crying, and I'm telling you, this story is 100% authentic. I'll get my motherfucking court paperwork and bring it here as soon as they can give it to me and let y'all read it, and it might fuck you up. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have that issue. I was raised by whites, so
we can tell. Nigga.
No shit.
I was good. I was good.
Maybe we should enslave him.
I was good.
You know what I'm saying?
You know.
But the moral of the story is like real shit happens, and life is what it is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
life is an understatement.
Hey,
bro.
the moral: be careful in times of desperation.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm telling you,
very careful.
Talk that shit. Do we got to get to Takal about
Oh yeah, this nigga been trying to talk for 48 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I don't want him to bop you upside the head with that mic.
It wouldn't be him, it'll be Hood.
I don't know. Hood probably
You gonna go to
do some
jail.
shit to
Hood,
you.
Hood doesn't have 15. Hood be talking for 15.
That nigga Charleston White over here.
You hit me in the head with that thing. What I'm gonna do to you? You gonna call the police on a nigga? So
You
I'm
would
gonna
have
start
to try to
from the
catch
jump.
me first, which is good
You
luck
going
on
to
that.
jail.
You have
All
to
right,
catch
so
me
I
first.
think we should let's keep it on the
Takao,
line
you in a bad spot to try to get away
of
from
the
him.
question because see you sleep on the nigga because he got a prosthetic, right?
Right, don't
But he's
sleep.
one of the most dangerous motherfuckers I know.
Don't ever take somebody for granted.
Because he can take his leg off and throw it at you.
He doesn't have to work out to be strong. He's one of those guys. Just like Marshall, he doesn't have to work out to be strong, but when they work out, it makes them like
Extra stronger, nigga.
Marshall strong as fuck.
weird strong. Hoodie is strong as fuck.
That nigga's weak.
He's never done anything to you. That's why you don't know.
That nigga grab.
He ain't never pushed you. He ain't never. Hoodie, remember we was doing we was facing off in the gym.
Yeah, for like a week, Cat was beating me up.
I can beat him in every lift, but there's certain things that I just have no business getting involved with that nigga with, man. He's a big guy. He knows how to carry his weight.
He can't beat me in legs.
He can't beat you in legs.
Yeah.
What time you
He
be
only
going
got
lifting?
What's your leg? What's your PR? What's going
When
on?
have you lifted?
At least 600 to 700 pounds.
Fuck out of here, nigga. I do
I'm
that
not
with-
joking.
I do that with one
I'm
leg.
not joking. I used to do nothing but legs
I do
when
that
I was
shit
in
with one
Buffalo,
leg, bro.
and my
Hold
legs
up.
are still
I'm ready to
defined
try
from when I was
it.
doing
I got
them.
some heavy shit
When-
in here right now.
what
You
is
can
used
prove
to?
that with.
I can
long
prove
is
that
used
with my
to?
legs. Yeah.
No,
Nah,
don't
hell
let that
nah.
nigga tear
No,
his
no, no,
ACL.
no.
I got one leg to
Don't
count.
let that nigga
I-
tear
you-
his ACL.
you could take me
that
to
ain't
a
even my-
leg.
I seen that video of you.
Yo.
You could take me to a leg press right now, and I could do
It was
600.
both of y'all.
A what?
One $5
I
bet.
can only squat
I could
like
do
155.
600.
That's it.
600 what?
Leg press.
how much
600 to
you
700 leg
like?
press.
130.
Nigga, we talk.
That's
What can you
good.
squat?
My leg press.
Oh,
is
squatting,
crazy.
that's different. I'm talking about leg press.
What can you squat?
What was my max at the gym when we were going when I was
Nigga, you being
squatting?
disrespectful right now.
I slapped
I'm
you
talking
in the
about
head
leg
like-
press. I ain't talking about
slapped you
squatting.
like that dude
Nigga, a
did
600-pound leg press, nigga, that is nothing.
Cuz, you being disrespectful.
If you do your own body weight,
I think Hoodie can get a 600-pound leg press. For sure.
Yeah, let's change the topic. What's the next
No.
video? Because
No.
I don't even like saying
We
that
gotta
word.
get through
He capping.
everybody though.
What, for a leg press? That's not cab.
For,
All right, sir. What was the keep the order? in
We
the
just
court.
for
we
the,
just gonna.
what would you guys think about on the video? And it would
Yeah.
be
Me?
his.
Dan next.
And what's your
I thought I
birthday and your sign?
I'm
He's a
Let's- we
Leo.
can
He
do
said it
birthday
100 times.
signs now if you
7:30,
want.
July 30th.
You look like a rapper.
I'm a
man.
Leo.
You like
I've
Nori,
been
don't he?
thinking
You
about
fly
making
ass.
music,
He look like
too,
Nori.
by
Look
the
like
way.
Anderson Paak.
Gat, put that on your thing.
I've been trying to make music too. I think it's gonna happen soon. Don't.
Just keep the
don't
shades
quote
on.
me.
You be alright.
I have to. These are hair because sometimes I get emotional,
Now I put my shades on sometimes too, just cause.
and I do get emotional. I knew
My whole
this
thing
was-
is I don't
I
care
knew it
about
was
people
gonna
seeing
happen
me
when I
like
came
cry
here.
and get all.
Nah,
I don't give a fuck,
care,
man.
but it's just.
I know what you mean. I'm not judging you or anything. I understand. Cause
I'm judging
Nobody
you.
really can't. You can't judge me. I can't judge you.
Yeah.
You can't judge me.
Yeah.
Sometimes you.
Put that mic
You
closer
got
to
one
you.
tip
Yeah,
on,
we are.
nigga.
Put
I
that,
ain't lie.
Put that put that closer to your mouth.
That nigga said you got one Tim on.
one Timberland on.
I bet you he'll beat you in the gym and everything.
And then you gotta buy two, and you can't even use the other one.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. It's about 9 o'clock.
I get you.
Yo,
I'm voting for this. Go ahead. What you got to say?
He trying
We
to
can
roast.
go. We can go to my house and you can go upstairs and
I'll
pick out of
play
the
it.
150 pairs of sneakers
bet.
that I got
And you
upstairs.
can only use one.
And I
Let
can
me
wear
get
both
the
of
other
them.
one.
I can wear both of them.
I'll sell the other one. Why don't you sell the other one?
Nigga.
For what?
Get half off.
You
That's how I
stupid,
buy
man.
them.
Okay.
That's how you buy them.
That's how I buy them. I buy one at a time.
Hold on.
I was about to say, don't
I'll
be
let
playing.
you go.
Fellas, hold up. What's the
Because if I ever lose a leg, I know I can't be a
Dan, if
fucking
we-
bitch-ass motherfucker because I see somebody do it the right way.
real shit?
Fuck that nigga.
Yo, let me. What other videos we got in there,
What's the
man?
signs? You want to do the signs?
So now I wanted to do the signs, but Dan might go too deep in, man, because it was for you to expound on the signs.
gotta
But,
do it.
but it's a long video, and then
We got
It's
to
already
listen to
9
Dan talk
too.
for 45
We can
minutes.
keep
already
it
9.
short, and then we could just ask everybody their signs and what they think about
You
it.
got to let people talk though.
so
I will.
All
I
right,
do.
so
like,
so far,
that's literally my stigma. Everybody like, you don't listen, you don't let nobody talk. I do, but-
Dan, let's see how easy it is for you to control yourself.
Say less.
So from Quest, I got he's a Cancer. From Dev, I got he's an Aries. From Dan, I got you are a
Leo.
Thank you.
Sir, I got you are a
Capricorn.
There you go.
Oh man.
Who said that? You
Yo,
did?
we gotta celebrate
Jetta
nephew's
said
birthday
that.
next week.
Pisces, it's your birthday. Pisces, it's your birthday.
Oh, my bad.
Two
All right,
weeks.
my
so
bad.
look,
My
the
bad.
sun
Wait
came
for this
on.
one.
It's his season right now.
I know it's
yeah.
difficult, fellas, but if you have that inner discipline, you can do it.
Okay, Uncle Luke came to me in a minute. I had to just get that out.
Nephew's a Pisces.
So what's your you a Pisces?
Yes, sir. March 13th, nigga.
To Cal?
Scorpio.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
Libra.
Hoodie, you a Libra?
What are you, big dog?
On the scales.
I ain't ain't a Libra. He's an amputee.
Jetta,
He's an Aries.
you said it
I'm
like
still
that's
more
a,
balanced than you, nephew.
he said he's an amputee like that's a logical.
My foot balances. He got a balance with his front and his back.
Man.
What's your cat? Cat, what's your sign?
Man.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a Taurus.
I don't think I've heard that.
Look like a soft dick.
I don't think I know anyone that's a Taurus.
That's why the cow keep wanting to touch.
Yo.
He's the only Taurus I know.
That's good, though.
Yeah.
That's good, though.
How
Your
long
braids
is the
came with an
video?
Alicia Keys album.
All right, so look. This is gonna give us a couple minutes to digest this. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but he's gonna play the video on the you guys are crazy,
Stereotype.
man.
Your license is a KFC receipt.
Hold up. Jetta wants to say
Everybody
something.
take your headphones off.
It should be working. I don't get it, dude.
Stop talking like an R&B singer, then nigga.
Nigga, no, just on the whole fact with the lady with the video.
Talk into it. Yeah, guys, can you be quiet so we can hear him, please?
I'm just laughing.
Why are all the fat people laughing?
Hold on.
I was fucked up. I was really fucked up. Like, I didn't have no money, but they had money, and I wasn't gonna ask them. They gave me money.
Who? What do you
I would
mean?
pay for either food.
I would do that for my mom and dad.
What are you talking about?
The video.
Yeah.
With the video, how she, can you give me money for bills?
Yeah.
So I wasn't asking them. I never would. But they came out of their pockets like that.
But you also, Jetta, wasn't going out every night,
To the strip
partying,
club.
doing all this extra shit,
Right.
spending
Gold
your
chain.
money, needing their money. So that's the difference in
That's the
difference in what we all were talking about was the simple fact of the story that he talked about with his mom
that's a fact.
and the no lights. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Mama Teresa, she would have her little
drink
nip,
in here.
you know what I mean? Whatever. But there's been plenty of times that I was there that she was mad that she couldn't go get her nip because me and 90 other kids was in there.
She was
and so
feeding
we all had to
everybody,
make
man.
175
Everybody.
peanut butter and jelly
Included.
sandwiches, or she went and bought mad hot dogs or something
Yeah.
for us to
And
eat.
she would make
And
them
so-
hot dogs taste better than like.
Word
I
up.
swear to God.
What the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie.
real
Every
shit.
Cap, you ever
time
had
I came out
Pac-Man
of that
bologna?
kitchen, I was like, yo, this is heavy.
Pac-Man bologna.
What?
Never
Yeah,
had that?
you just chop it.
So
the
would
bubble
you
don't-
cut it?
Well, I probably did then.
Yeah, you
because
cut
my
it into
mom
the
made-
shape of Pac-Man.
My mom made everything.
I
Cut a
promise
triangle out of
you.
Yeah, for some reason it tastes
I
better.
really forced my mom to go to Teresa's house. Like,
Real
I'm
shit.
going to Teresa's.
I've had it.
I'm going to my Teresa's. I'm going to eat.
Where you think New got that from? Because, you know what I'm saying? I mean, even though him and my mom used to battle on like who,
But it
whatever, but
wasn't-
it was
it
like
was-
a healthy competition.
It was.
My mom made everything taste great
I
in the
swear to
kitchen,
God,
and I don't know what the fuck she did. Roy got it.
It was
Cal
just
got
love.
it. New got
She
it.
put that
I
love
didn't
in
get
it.
it.
So
So I
she
just
put her whole arm
gotta
in
get
it when
Roy's
it came to
number.
that though. Like,
I won't be here next week.
Yo,
Where you going to play kickball?
there's no. I tell you what.
Fucking close.
Oh, you about to run through the wall? I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Yo, tissue. I think I got some in my pocket.
Oh, real
Yo,
quick.
So play that
Cap,
video. Yo,
hold on, before you play,
before
real quick.
nephew. Yeah.
So it was supposed to be like a family thing, but I don't know if I'm gonna get enough family to be able to do it. I want to have an adult like barbecue / like Olympics, like
it.
a slip and slide, kickball,
Alright,
barbecue,
Yeah.
like just some crazy shit like
fun, all
drink
out.
like drink
Beer
roulette.
pong?
You don't know what's in the shot glass. It can be
Yeah.
vodka, whiskey, whatever. You know what I mean? I want to have one of those
Like
this
some
summer.
spring, summertime. Well,
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
in
for
mind,
sure.
I'm putting together the brand new day shit
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I'll give you
that's
guys an
different.
update when it's time for us to sit down. But brand new day is a every
sounds perfect.
Yeah.
year thing from this point on, and
Perfect.
I think we all have had enough time to heal from him passing, and that's.
Did we though? You know what I mean? Like
I mean-
yeah,
No, I
but
mean-
did
I
we?
mean,
You know what I mean? Like, 'cause every day you think about it.
I mean, every year.
I mean, I can speak for myself personally. Like, his death has affected me more than anything I've ever experienced.
Good or bad?
And Hoodie, you've been there every step of the way, in and out the studio, so you can see the changes that have happened in my life. So I don't even have to explain any of it. Like, that shit has affected me because I'm a warrior. I feel like I should be able to, if you call me, I should be able to come there, help take care of you, make sure you're safe. That's just my genetic makeup. With him, there was nothing I can do. And the night before he died, I was at his house. He was having issues. I was with my sister-in-law. He's in the middle. She's on that side. I'm holding his hand. Sometimes he didn't want me to hold his hand, but he's struggling for air. You know what I mean? Like, there's certain things that will never leave my brain that I just couldn't. Even to this day, I don't think.
I'm grateful for that happening to you because you helped me in the same manner.
My point is, he told me to never let his death prevent me from doing what I said I was going to do. And my fight was, your death is preventing me from doing what I need to do because of my emotions.
The hard part was when you sit there and you watch, and just like he said, you know, we sitting there, whether it was when we had to go to Rochester or being at the crib or whatever. When we sitting there and we going through it, and when he was talking to us, he was like, "Yo, this is what I want.
Yeah,
this is how I want y'all to do it.
Yeah,
and yada yada yada. And no disrespect to nobody.
I feel like I failed them. So honestly,
no disrespect to nobody.
I'm not saying I feel like that today, but I'm saying when he passed, I feel like I failed him because I was weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, even to this day, I'm weaker than what I would expect myself to be. But what I realize is that being vulnerable and processing human emotions is human. I was on some gangster shit before, where it's like, I'll do some shit to somebody and not give a fuck. Like,
way stronger.
Yeah, that's funny.
So he helped me to grow into.
That's funny you said that, because I was just, before we started shooting, I was talking to John about that shit. I was like, I ain't crying in a while. I was like, I felt like I needed to cleanse that shit. So I put on like the reaction to Kobe Bryant's death.
Yeah.
And just so I can get some tears out, like,
Yeah.
bro, you gotta cry every now and then. That shit releases something, bro. Makes you
I
feel
cry.
better.
I ain't had a week in a while that I didn't cry. But it's not like I'm balling.
Yeah.
But it's like, I sit in here, I got his pictures on the wall. I got Rasan's pictures on the wall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the other day, I'm sitting
You
here.
ain't ever in your life failed. Don't ever fucking forget it, okay?
I'm human, bro. I can accept that.
Doesn't mean
I can
you
accept
failed.
that.
Humans don't fail.
Well, let me explain something to you. There are things that I have failed at. And
That
the
make you
beauty,
stronger?
the beauty in failing at some things, if you choose to move forward, you're going to be stronger when you move forward.
You didn't fail.
Without the failures that I've had in my life, I wouldn't be where the fuck I'm at now, pushing
Lessons.
forward.
Lessons.
But let's not get off on a tangent, man.
Right.
We love our fallen soldiers. New was the Godfather of motherfucking our lives.
Elmira Hip Hop.
And he's with me I talk to him every day. There hasn't been a day I be in the gym talking to the nigga.
Facts.
About music and shit. Like, how you feel about that new J. Cole
And you can
song
hear him
he just
respond
dropped?
back to you, too.
That's the crazy part.
I
was telling Deontay that earlier. I said, yo, I used to think I was crazy because when I
too, bro.
speak to him, I hear him give me a response.
And you can even see his impression on how he's
Everything.
I know what you're talking about.
But what it is, that's how tied you are to the individual. Right. You know subconsciously what they would say to you.
Facial expression, all that.
Yes, all of that shit.
Mannerisms,
And then you answer the shit.
Like a motherfucker.
Yep.
That's why I'm here.
Like a motherfucker.
And that's real. That's real.
It is real.
That's real.
It is real. What else do we have on there? You all right, nigga? You having an asthma attack? I got a pump in my truck from when I had COVID. I got this fentanyl laced tissue.
Take that hairline. Take that hairline nose hair out your nose, nigga.
Go ahead, nigga. Go blow your nose. I don't know. Jetta just passed out real quick. What are the
I got to get.
Dan, I loaded up the Zodiac joint for you, right? So it's what is it? 5 minutes. So do you guys mind watching this whole 5-minute video?
I just found out I got tomorrow off.
Do you
so.
know the gist of it?
I didn't watch the
Good
whole video,
question.
man.
I like that. That's my dog.
I told you that's why I fuck with him.
Well, do you know? Like you watch.
What are your
any of it?
suggestions? I really
If it's explaining
what do you
the
suggest?
signs,
What do you think?
I feel like.
And
we
then
should
I
let
don't
him
know
do it.
what you got showing, and then it could be a bad sighting, and it could be a good one, and then I'm gonna talk to you about it either way.
How about
But
you guys hash that out? What do you think?
I just gotta know what she's explaining first to watch.
I
it.
really didn't watch this one. I ain't gonna lie, because
'Cause
it's like 5 minutes and shit. And
So how about we watch it
let me-
and then we just turn it off at a
See,
certain
when
point?
we get the gist, right?
let me explain the basics of it. It's a breakdown of the zodiac signs, and I think the characteristics apply to each.
Like personality traits?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right.
I'm
Jetta,
pretty up
you
on
all right?
those. I'm pretty up on those.
So
I don't know anything about any
I've
of
been
them.
on
I just
top
know
of
that.
yeah, that's why I was saying you probably don't have to watch it
I just know I'm the shit. That's all
because
I know.
I can.
Nah,
I
like,
know
no,
y'all
that's
are.
why we can. It's
You know
it's
what I
good to
mean?
watch
Yeah,
it if it's
you might
something
as
that you
well.
haven't been
Even about the
pre-exposed to.
signs, like,
Yeah, you
and
might as
God
well.
was
Press
God
play on
was
that thing.
He said, "I just know I'm
holy
the shit."
thing.
That's all I know.
But God broke everything down into 12 things, and there's a whole.
Shout out to all the big
you gotta
girls I'm about
put
to start
everything.
slaying.
You gotta put everything into it though. Like even your like the things you went through in life, you gotta put through your signs
that's
stuff.
that.
You gotta put through everything.
So
like,
does
it's not
everybody?
about just signs.
Does everybody believe in the power of like zodiac signs and?
I believe in everything. So
I believe
All right, so I
I'm
heard.
willing to
Hold on,
watch
I
it.
heard 2 no's first. I don't know where it came from.
To Cal.
So-
To Cal, you said no.
Me and nephew.
I believe in it.
Twins.
Look.
Twinning.
Yeah.
I mean,
Humans made up that stuff,
in
not
the
us.
original Bible,
Y'all
there was
niggas.
13
Hold up.
months.
Let me take this picture and then we'll put a poll up on.
just-
To Cal, we'll put this poll up on the Mindful Exchange TikTok. Do these niggas look like?
Yeah, take the
brothers?
picture. Take the picture, and I'll do a picture now. We put it on Facebook
Hold
too.
up. Now I'm gonna do a
How about
video.
you take a picture of
Y'all
your foot,
kinda do
nigga?
look like brothers.
Do these dudes
can't,
look
'cause
like
that bitch is
brothers?
gone.
Dad, son, what do they look? Oh,
I'll take a picture with my nub on your
do they
auntie's
look like
neck while
dads,
my
brothers?
ball sack is in her mouth.
before and after. What?
Fuck.
Um,
Damn, bro.
So I'm not very knowledgeable about zodiac signs, so I'm curious to hear what everybody
Did
has
you
to say.
ever hear like our ancestors or anybody like? Because it wasn't always in like the newspaper and stuff. Did you ever hear
I
anybody
gotta
talk?
teach. So you've been talking about coming in the booth for years, right? The first thing your big cousin gonna teach you is how to be an MC. You got to control the microphone. You got to be an MC. So if the mic is that far away from you, you got to command. Yeah.
You're right, and I've been learning. That's the only thing you've been telling me what to do today.
Yeah, but it's a process.
But you ain't
This is
been
what it
listening.
is.
But I have been
No, he
listening
has.
because
He's
I've
slowly
been.
getting
This shit
it.
was swinging
He
all
just
over
slow.
the place. I was like, "Cuz, how do I get
Earlier,
it to
that
stay
shit was
stable?"
like-
yeah.
Swing
Go
all
load that
light.
video.
But and then I also don't. I don't want to. I
Gotta
know
go to
this
the
shit
bathroom,
costs
sir?
a lot of money. You know what I
Hold
mean?
up,
Like,
hold
I'm not
up.
trying
Sir,
to,
you going to the bathroom? Yeah. We got to make sure you here for this next segment.
Yes, sir.
That's
just gonna
funny
shoot
too,
the
because
shit
look,
till you
I
get
just
back.
was looking his
Hurry
shit
up.
up.
We gonna shoot the
'cause
shit till you
I
get
know
back.
what
Mic
he
controller,
a Capricorn.
rock roller,
They
bipolar,
Capricorns,
heart froze,
they
get a bitch
try
the cold
not to-
shoulder.
Yo, so
This one, this
Jetta look
same
like he's
specific
struggling through
one,
this
that one.
episode. He said, "You niggas ain't shit."
That nigga Jetta look like he been over there listening to Drake for
It's
4
crazy
hours.
because when I first started getting
Let us let
that
Dan,
was different than
Dan,
TNT.
until Sir gets back down here, since you're the guest feature tonight. Why don't you just tell us anything you want to tell us about yourself, your life, how your year's been going, how you're feeling?
Not
You got
gonna
that
lie.
whack ass
Now I'm
49er
playing.
shit on though.
Listen, it's not whack because I have more rings than the Eagles do.
We don't care about that. Let's hear about your life, brother.
Same time, I am Daniel Curtis Harden. I'm a Leo, and then I have a little girl. I have
Fuck
a
your
little boy.
49ers jersey.
I like
What's
big
your
bitches.
football
just
team?
playing.
Nah, time out though.
I'm
What
just
is
playing.
your football team?
I don't watch football at all.
That's cool, but if you
So-
just watch TV, it was like
Buffalo
oh,
Bills. Buffalo
There we
Bills.
go. That's
Buffalo
worse.
Bills.
I think
I'm ready
next
to
year-
ride out too.
Next year-
What's up? What's
Next
up?
year, I
I
feel
got
like-
a couple looks at me when I said
I
that.
feel like it
That's
might
because my
have
wife
a
is a
happening.
Bills fan, and that's where
Who
she's
is he
from.
about to
and
pick?
I believe in the
I can't-
Buffalo
yo,
Bills.
if
If
Liz
the
seen this
Buffalo
shit, I
Bills
didn't say
go
the Bills,
crazy,
nigga.
I'll be out there parading with the Buffalo Bills. Don't
You
get
ever been to
twisted.
one of they motherfucking
Fuck yeah.
that
Yo,
shit be
you want-
lit.
yo, can I just say
I done
one
been
thing
to a
real
few
quick?
and them shits be lit. We be out there like
Me and Simeon and Uncle Rob took me to all my football games.
I ain't gonna lie. The first time I was kind of nervous because I was like, "Yo, I don't watch football. These motherfuckers look weird. Motherfuckers walk around.
Buffalo
with,
Bills fans are special.
Motherfuckers walk around with liter bottles of liquor. I'm like, yo, where do people?
I'm not gonna lie.
Where are they able
I went to the Eagles
giving you food on some like
49ers game, you
friendly shit. Like they don't
Not
give a
gonna lie, I
fuck.
thought
Like
they were gonna
as long
kick
as they
my
know you
ass.
a Bills fan.
Yo, so let me just say, I just want to say one thing, and I'm gonna be quiet. 49er fans and Cowboys fans, they always say, "Well, we got more rings than you." You know what I'm saying? And I respect it because that is true.
And we got more
saying? That is true. That is true. But Dan, I let you talk. Let me talk. See, let me talk.
Bad.
All I wanted to say is just like y'all talking about the girls that y'all used to mess in high school, but now you know what I mean. You ain't got no bitch and you sleeping by yourself. So that shit don't make no sense.
I got both feet though.
That's all right. You know what I mean? I deep dive in your auntie with 5 toes.
Don't do that.
Go somewhere else. Find some more content.
If you die, that's his mom. Don't do that to me.
No, his auntie is my wife.
His auntie is my mom. My auntie is his mom.
So you're not listening. You're not listening.
So you said my mom.
His look at Daniel. Look at me.
Nah, swap mic.
His aunt is my. This is my real nephew. Y'all call him nephew. He is my
I don't
actual
call him
nephew.
I call him Chris.
But but people call him nephew.
I do.
He's
know
my
that.
real
now
nephew.
I might start calling.
Mama named him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Yeah,
I do call him Chris.
But I go home and sleep with his aunt every night.
Oh, fuck out of here, this nigga, bro.
With my number.
Yo, can I say something to all of y'all? Like, I know we get over here and we sit for the purpose of like just venting, having good Negro conversation, but think about the people that are gonna watch this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give them that part of you that they might need to hear about. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I love sitting here, because I want to tell you about that I have MS, that I went through struggles. My mom's lights were off. I was broke at one point because I'm up now. I'm not perfect. You know, my days aren't perfect, but still I'm grinding from sun up to sundown to do what I got to do. Let's give that to the people that might want to tune into us.
We haven't had that conversation in a while.
I give it up every time we on film, because I give up something every time, because that's my point of being
You guys
here.
all do.
I tried though. I did try to talk about the divorce shit. I tried.
You
Let's
don't
give it
try.
up,
You
man.
do.
I got one piece of advice.
Let's give it up.
These little niggas need to stay out their emotions so much.
Hold on, I got.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's nothing wrong with your emotions, but you gotta channel them and master your emotions.
Yo, let's go around real quick, yo. Hold on.
Hey, sir.
Yo, think about your week. What's a win that you had this week? What was a win?
I got a new job.
Bet. Dan, what's your win, bro? Congratulations.
You say you got a new job.
Yeah.
Yo, Dan,
All right.
what's your win this past week?
Literally, I just went outside and my manager, because I work at Moe's, and then I'm a shift lead up there and all, but we just had this new race, and we got this race, and it sucks. Same time, like, I cooked that shit, and it was fire, and my manager told me, you did a good job, you the best. I was like,
So you turned
You the
some
best
whack
rice
shit
cooker.
to some fly shit.
Yep.
That's a win. Great job.
Period.
Neff, what's your win this week?
Same with Derek. Got a new job, and I got a couple of potential females I'm talking to. We talking about being real. I ain't had no pussy in 4 weeks since I found out about that pregnancy shit.
4 weeks? Nigga, I was on almost 10 months till the other day.
Bro, that shit scared the fuck out of me. When that bitch said, so when I split, so I ended up getting my dick sucked at this bar. So I got the bitch's number, right?
God damn.
So I got this bitch's number. So I went out to Waverly and smashed a couple times, twice actually. And she ended up hitting me and was like, my period's late. And I was like, oh, fuck. But she went and got the ultrasound. Her conception date was around the 20th to 25th of November. I was still with my wife then. So it ain't mine. But that shit scared me to where I was like, I ain't even trying to get no buns, bro. Like, I literally put a chain in.
do that, though, yeah.
Like, it was crazy, bro.
Yo, to Cal, what's your win this week?
None.
Fortnite?
Nah, don't ever do that. You gotta say one.
None. Nothing interesting, no.
You got your hair done this week, right?
That's not really a win. That's just a daily adjustment.
That's a win. You back fly, nigga.
All right, that's cool.
You back fly.
A win to me is something
force a win out you, brother. I ain't gonna force one.
So to me, a win is something that's very unusual that literally gives you like a big, huge boost of serotonin.
All right, Hoodie, what's your win this past week, bro?
My win. So me. Well, I want to shout out Jennifer Jackson and Davita Moss. Collectively, Unity Unlimited. We put together a Black History Month event that we held on Friday. We had about 150 people there where we had different performances. The ladies catered it. I hosted it. We did the music. We had a really great event. Shout out to WETM for the plug. So my win was doing something positive for the Black community, bringing a celebration about Black history, and reminding the people about, you know, not just celebrating the Martins and the Malcolms, but celebrating the kids, and you know, we can't, and reminding people that we can't celebrate the past without teaching the kids where they can go.
Is Jen single?
Sir, what was your win this past week?
I say my squat.
What? Talk about it.
So I haven't really done squats in a while, and I just said, all right, I'm gonna do something, and I think it was 155 maybe.
Dope,
man.
I feel like
he
I could
just told me he was like,
how much you weigh?
135, maybe more.
That's why
I don't know yet.
I was like, nigga, you weigh $118, nigga.
Yo, that's
if you
great,
do anything,
bro.
But that's
if
the thing.
you do
I
your
haven't
body
been
weight
checking.
more.
And you do your body weight or more. That's big time, bro.
That's
what I'm.
10% in yourself.
I'm definitely trying to get my bench up though, which is definitely
That'll
it's-
take time.
it's getting
Don't rush
better.
it.
Hey,
don't rush
yo,
it.
the fastest way to get your bench up, push-ups.
Yeah, definitely.
Jetta, win this week. What was your win this week?
Nope. No.
Speak it up. Oh yeah. Hit him with the mic work.
Kobe.
So Jetta, does your mic stop? I gotta figure that out, man. I'm gonna be troubleshooting that all week.
Damn. My win was going to work for 2 hours, making $80 an hour, and getting paid for 6.
Hell yeah, nigga. That's a W for real.
That's a dub.
Let me get a 4 for 4.
Did Trump have something to do with that? How you do that?
I think Trump has something.
First of all,
they have to pay us.
Tips.
They
First of
have
all,
to
Jetta.
pay us like a minimum. So
Thank
we
you.
did like a line crossing where there was like 5 or 6 exits cut off, and we had to stop traffic so they can take a line across the highway. And it literally took maybe an hour. It took longer to set that bitch up, nigga. than it was
Nobody steps traffic as good as I do. I stop traffic the best.
I had people tight too. They kept coming off the exit and they can't go nowhere.
Damn.
They was tight.
You was laughing too.
Hell yeah, I don't care. I gotta wait for the okay, nigga.
I know for sure you was laughing.
Hell yeah, that's a
Because I
fact.
don't really watch news like that, but I heard that Trump said he was like gonna start taking the taxes off tips.
And overtime.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
It's
Did it
taxes off of tips.
It's true. It's all true, Dan.
It's off of
It's all
tips,
true.
overtime, and
Holiday.
I think something like that, like
Say
bonuses and
less.
shit like that.
I need
Dope,
that.
man.
Overtime doesn't
That's
need to be
to be
taxed.
celebrated.
For you this year.
Kat, what's a win that you had this week?
A win that I had this week?
That 80-pound dumbbell
So-
pull-up, nigga.
Nah, he does that.
I've
That's
been doing
regular.
that for about
That was
15
crazy.
years.
No, that's
For
regular.
how long?
I used to do
Is that 15 years?
8 to 10 sets of 4 to 10 with an 80-pound pull-up. So that's me getting back to my pull-up game.
Well,
you know what
you
I'm
used
saying?
to
I
bring
don't-
the
Yeah, I have
hundreds.
to
and I'm,
develop
yeah,
that.
100.
You was doing.
I used to do hundreds too,
because
but
he brought the hundreds to the Y, so you used to
but
do the hundreds.
the 100 is where I got to work back up to if I can. But I'm trying to take it easy and slow because I was always rushing shit, and
That's what I was worried
I
about
would
when I
be
seen the
sore. My tendons wouldn't be recovering.
What do you use to recover? Like
I just eat. I just eat food. I
like
drink.
what do you eat? Like
Protein.
Chicken.
It's not just that though. Too. There's other stuff you gotta get into.
Well,
That's
what I'm
primarily.
gonna say is I
Number
take
one.
vitamin D3 with K2 every day.
I take that now too.
I take a couple other vitamins. They're just not every day.
gotta
I
get my
eat
vitamin game
fish, chicken, and for the last about 6 months, a lot of steak. Definitely a lot of eggs every week.
No vegetables and fruit?
I drink a lot of water. Yeah, I eat vegetables. And
Even just mix it in the smoothies.
Nah, I mean, you ask me what I do, and I'm telling you
I know.
what I do. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
It's almost like you're suggesting.
Not at all.
But
and then I'm taking a point out of your. I'm listening to you too because I do need to work out and do stuff.
now, what I
more.
do is I pay attention to my recovery. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if I don't recover properly in a week,
And you
It's
have to,
and I document everything
and
every
that's
single
good,
day.
because you do MS. That's a
Well,
listen.
MS can kiss my ass for
Listen,
now.
and I appreciate you. I appreciate
got a
you.
monkey scrotum.
I appreciate you for doing it the way you do it, though,
Yeah.
too, because a lot of people that would have
Yeah, I
MS,
got the
they wouldn't be able to
they
do
all got-
what you do. And
everybody
you do
that
amazing.
well, I'm in
You
a
hear
couple
me?
MS groups online, and I try to give encouragement to these people because sometimes they don't know. Like the doctors don't always know what's best
They
for you because
don't.
they're taught medicine. They're
I'm in the
taught,
gout group.
Is that the 16?
Huh?
The 16?
No, this is the 13 Pro
Yo,
Max. I got
Cap,
a
that
15
Chrome,
Pro
I'm
I'm
glad you
Max.
said that. So
Let me finish what he asked me though, because
Got
he
you,
said
go
what
ahead.
was my win this week. So getting in the gym and doing that wasn't my win this week. It's just something that I naturally do and I'm working back up to. One of my major wins was getting this wall put up so I can pay $1,000 less per month for the space.
that's big.
I'm closer to finalizing the deal that I have with this other facility where I'm going to be doing my music program. It should have been done by now, but that's
gonna
not at
happen.
my cost. And I'm probably 80% done with this filming project I've been doing with Tompkins County. It's a DEI project, so I've been having to go out to Ithaca and film. So I'm almost done with that. Got to talk to my daughter yesterday. I say that, and you might question, like, damn, well, that's your daughter. You should talk to her.
I'm talking
No,
to
she's
mine
in
right
Harvard.
now. What do you mean?
She's studying hard every day, so she can't get on the phone every day.
I
Yeah,
got
but
one
choice
thing
is
to add to
hard.
that,
I
Cat.
feel
Yeah.
that.
Tell them mind they damn business. You a good father.
Listen,
You're amazing.
Mine.
I go all
You're
out,
amazing,
man.
man. You heard?
I don't even want to hear all that because I feel
You
like I have
gotta hear it.
shortcomings,
You have
but at
to.
the same
I'm
time,
gonna tell you all the time, but I can tell you.
but I'm gonna tell you what's real. Like,
I love you.
I love you too. I love all y'all, man. I love y'all.
Oh, we got another win. We got that county meeting.
Can I get in?
I'll get
on
there,
that?
but let me finish what So I got to have a good conversation with my daughter yesterday on FaceTime. I've said that in the past. She used to never like doing FaceTime. That's when she was here in Elmira. Now that's one of our favorite things to do when we kick it because I can show her the dog that she loves. He loves her stepmom, myself. Take her around the house. We get the trade. I even sent her a link to the last pod we did, and to me. And I'm trying to get Tone on the podcast, and he's very selective. So I guess my wins were just being connected to my motherfucking family, man.
That's the best win.
That's all I want. I don't want I used to want like the riches. I used to want the bling. I used to want.
my fan.
Nah,
Fuck
I
the
just
bling,
want
I'll
to
take
be.
the riches, though.
I just want my people,
I
man.
just want my people.
So this week I feel like I was very successful at that.
Before we get to Pooh, I wanted to ask you the recovery shit. 'Cause I feel like I have a hard time.
Yeah.
After my walks and like my sit ups
I do
and
too.
crunches and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like to recover, like I immediately go to the protein, like steak and
Yeah.
eggs, cheese. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
But
yeah.
it doesn't feel like when I get up in the morning, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like I recovered. Like I'm still hurting.
You do gotta supplement some veggies on there. and shit.
So where do you feel when you say you don't feel recovered? You'd have to explain what you
Still
feel like.
Still a little tired, and my muscles and joints are still like they feel weak.
So the first two things I would ask you is how much water do you drink and what time do you
More
go to
than
bed?
anybody I know. Oh, sleep is crazy.
You don't drink more water than me, bro.
Bro, I drink almost 2-3 gallons of water a day.
I don't believe that.
Stop the
I don't
cap.
believe it either.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
If you do,
Oh, that shit.
Gallons of liquor.
Too much water.
No, listen, I'm not saying you don't. What I'm saying is
That's
if you did that,
hard,
you'd
boy.
probably be in the hospital because your
Bro.
kidneys are failing because they're overworked from filtering too much. And then let me finish. If you drank that much water, which it might be true, I'm not saying it's a fact. You wouldn't be able to absorb any of the vitamins and nutrients you pull in your body if you're filtering them out
That's the
that
problem.
quick.
That makes sense then.
So maybe drink less water.
That
Go
makes
to
sense.
bed earlier.
Also,
That I
would,
tried.
I would add for your recovery is, do you know how much protein per grams that you're actually taking? So I say that to start tracking your food. So
Like, how many have you eaten today?
Like, how
Because
much?
you got me on that shit. Remember I told you, I was like, yo, I never track.
Yeah.
So now I don't track super accurate, but I do track.
all you have
For
to do is track
example,
enough to know.
I had 2 eggs this morning, 3 pieces of sausage, 2 pieces of bread, and some hash browns. I got about 50 to 60 grams of protein out of that meal.
Yeah, because each egg is a large egg. Each has
About
probably
6.
like 6 grams
Yeah,
of
about
protein
6.
each. You know what I mean?
6.3.
I eat 4
Yo.
with cheese and steak
Did-
normally.
I just seen this thing about
That
drinking.
might be like 60 max. That's not enough. You need at least 200 grams of protein for your size.
Oh no, I still take the protein powders with the what's the fuck's that milk called? It's not Farm Life.
Fair Life.
Fair Life.
That's good. Yeah,
That's got protein, and
Yeah.
I mix the powder with that shit.
I do too. 1 cup of Fair Life is like 7 grams of protein. So
And then the protein's 25. So.
yeah, so you probably get about a good 150 if on a good day, but to recover, depending on how much you're beating your body up, you're gonna need more protein than you
Like what,
actually
like
are
200,
used to.
250?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Literally,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
But no, what you said makes a ton of
And
sense.
I'm military pressed that 185 this week. I never been
Damn.
big on military pressing.
185.
Is that the
But
front shit?
That's the
standing up,
Front shit, right?
oh my
push it
god.
up, bring it down.
185.
That's a lot of
Whenever
fucking
we were
weight.
always working, I always stayed at like 135 because I wasn't worried about reps, weight, and shit like that. I just wanted to get my. So what I've been doing, I told you I started lifting lighter a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been focusing on my core.
Yeah, the core is.
What I realized is I wasn't engaging my core in
Starts to
75% of the shit that I did. I just lifted it with the muscles I had. And since I started engaging my core, I had to lift lighter.
Yeah.
So what it turned into is me being able to throw the 185 up like it was nothing.
Solid.
I said, what the fuck? So that's where I'm focused at on my core. Without even doing crunches, sit-ups, none of that. I'm talking about
Just
when I'm doing
stabilizing.
bent over rows, stabilize
Hit
it,
your core.
and squeeze it, tighten it up, and think about it.
The leg shit.
Yo,
None of
no
that.
squats with no belt.
Like even when you curl,
None of that.
Really, that's your core. You're creating your own
Yeah.
weight belt.
And
you know what I'm
pull-ups,
saying?
even doing pull-ups,
Yep.
I'm thinking about, because I never really was like the shaky dude doing pull-ups, but just thinking about using your core when you're doing
what's that?
pull-ups.
Mind and muscle.
That
Connection.
mind-muscle connection has been killing me, son.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, even when you curl,
Oh
like
my
if you do
God.
simple shit like that,
Yeah.
just standing
Curling
up,
has been like one of the main.
It's a whole level change.
It's been one of the
Do as
main.
much as you can standing up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's laterals, shoulder press.
Yesterday, nigga, I was
Yo, Pooh,
sleeping like
Pooh.
a motherfucker.
What was your W?
I mean, I added 4 more inches on my box squat.
Oh, I thought you was about
shit.
to say some freaky
Nah,
shit.
excuse me, my box jumps. My box jumps. And damn, I mean, I stayed injury free, fam. Like my workouts are crazy. Like if you come fuck with me on a leg day, nigga, I'll be putting in that work, man, twice a week, man.
Yeah,
and
I'm
I come
scared
out
of
that
you.
motherfucker like ready to hoop the
that
next
shit
day.
regular.
Like that shit
Regular.
is crazy. My body is adjusting to the
Because you got to
fucking
keep in mind, you do your leg shit and you do your cardio shit.
Yes. Jump roping. Now
Same day, so leg and cardio is the same day for you?
I do cardio every day.
Okay.
You know
He
what I'm
been doing
saying?
that shit for like.
Now I'm adding the
15
explosive
years.
jumps. So I'm taking all my power from these
Translate.
box squats and now I'm using it, you know what I'm saying, and add it in the same workout. But the most important thing, I'm recovering well. I'm able to,
That's my problem.
you know what I'm saying?
That's the main thing.
That's my problem,
yo,
bro.
it's a
That's
work in
literally- I'll sit
itself.
there and
What time
work
do you
out
go to
and
sleep?
I can't do nothing for like 2 weeks.
Between 10:30 and 11 at the latest, you know, and I'm up at between 5:30 and 6, you know. So tonight, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably be to bed about 11, get up at 6.
Yeah.
You know, but the weekends, I tell you, you get 7.5 to 8 hours, that shit is damn near like steroids, bro.
Bro, my body made me
That
get
sleep,
8 to 9
bro.
hours this weekend.
That shit is, and you felt great.
And when I woke
I
up
feel
on
like it was
yesterday
in the
morning, I
universe,
was like,
right? Just like
nigga, I woke up and I woke up and cleaned the floors on the kitchen and the walls.
spring cleaning.
Because I felt like, I mean, it
did
wasn't
that
time
yesterday.
for it.
You're supposed
though.
to do
I
that.
Yeah,
so
but
you hit
Saturday,
the baseboards and shit.
I'm talking about every inch of the floor in the
That's
kitchen.
good.
I swept, sprayed, and wiped it down because I was so energized.
Just had to get it out.
I
That's
had to.
good.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
ain't gonna
good
lie.
though.
I'm talking about, like, I had to, like-
Wake up not tired.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Jay, you all
Sleep,
right
man.
over there? That nigga look, he got menopause. He got That motherfucker going. He was cold earlier. Now he hot. Now he fucking. What the fuck?
maybe.
Nigga?
I mean,
God damn, Jelly, you alright, boy?
I took my clothes off. Maybe he put them on.
He on them
That
cameras,
nigga,
though.
that
He doing the
nigga.
damn thing.
All right, well, we about to hit this.
Let's go.
Where we at?
we gotta get the
like an
Zodiac.
albino
Zodiac
Zodiac.
The
video.
sign Zodiac shit.
Oh yeah. So we gotta watch the Zodiac. So cause I downloaded this for you. I know nothing about it. I'm sure some of these guys do. I'm totally uneducated. Takal, you might know way more about this shit.
Oh no,
Nothing?
I probably know more than everybody. In
This is why I
whole
did
room.
it, because I know you be on your shit. So play that
appreciate it.
Zodiac
Mute the mic, sir.
while we got the Zodiac
Yeah.
killer in the building.
Mute the mics. Yeah, I want to hear this shit.
The ram symbolizes leadership, courage, and initiative. Bold and ambitious, Aries jumps headfirst into even the most challenging situations. Ruled by Mars, symbolizing courage and competition. A fire sign known for its passion, determination, and leadership. Aries can struggle with impulsiveness and impatience, often rushing into actions and decisions without thinking them through. Taurus the bull symbolizes strength, reliability, and steadfastness. Loves the rewards of the game, valuing sensory experiences. Ruled by Venus, symbolizing beauty and love. An earth sign known for its practicality, stability, and love of beauty. Taurus can struggle with resistance to change and stubbornness, finding it hard to adapt to new situations and let go of the past. Gemini, the twins, symbolizes duality, communication, and adaptability. Fascinated by the world itself, extremely curious, with a constant feeling of there's not enough time to experience everything. Ruled by Mercury, symbolizing communication. An air sign, known for its adaptability, outgoing nature, and intelligence. Gemini can struggle with inconsistency and indecisiveness, having trouble with sticking to decisions and being easily distracted. Cancer, the crab, represents protectiveness, sensitivity, and emotional depth. Deeply intuitive and sentimental, often seen as the most challenging zodiac sign to get to know. Ruled by the moon, symbolizing emotions and intuition. A water sign known for its empathy, caring nature, and emotional depth. Cancer can struggle with emotional sensitivity and moodiness, often taking things too personally and not being able to let go. Leo, the lion, symbolizes strength, bravery, and royalty. Born natural leaders, known for their dramatic, creative, and outgoing personalities. Ruled by the sun, symbolizing vitality and ego. A fire sign known for its enthusiasm, courage, and generosity. Leo can struggle with pride and the need for attention, often having a hard time with not being the center of attention or not receiving enough recognition. Virgo, the maiden, represents purity, practicality, and meticulousness. Always pays attention to the smallest details. Their deep sense of humanity makes them one of the most careful signs of the zodiac. Ruled by Mercury, symbolizing logic and practicality. An earth sign known for its methodical approach, analytical skills, and hard work. Virgo can struggle with perfectionism and being overcritical, often being too hard on themselves and others, struggling to accept things as they are. Libra, the scale, symbolizes balance, harmony, and justice. Hates being alone. Partnership is very important for them as their partner functions as their mirror and gives them someone to be the mirror for, which brings satisfaction and self-worth. Ruled by Venus, symbolizing harmony in relationships. An air sign known for its love of balance and stability in relationships. Libra can struggle with indecision and a desire to please everyone, often floundering with making choices that satisfy all parties involved. Scorpio, the scorpion, represents intensity, power, and transformation. Passionate and assertive, they are great leaders, always aware of the situation. They are crafty and resourceful. Ruled by Pluto, symbolizing power and transformation. A water sign known for its intensity, emotional depth, and mystery. Scorpio can struggle with jealousy and trust issues, finding it hard to open up and trust others fully. Sagittarius, the archer, symbolizes adventure, philosophy, and a quest for knowledge. Curious and energetic, one of the biggest travelers among all zodiac signs. Ruled by Jupiter, symbolizing adventure and philosophy. A fire sign known for its love of freedom, exploration, and honesty. Sagittarius can struggle with restlessness and a fear of commitment, often struggling with the desire for freedom and the need for stability. Capricorn, the goat, represents ambition, discipline, and pragmatism. Master of self-control and has the ability to lead the way, make solid and realistic plans. Ruled by Saturn, symbolizing discipline and responsibility. an earth sign known for its discipline, management skills, and self-control. Capricorn can struggle with being a workaholic and pessimism, often finding it hard to balance work and personal life and expecting the worst. Aquarius, the water bearer, symbolizes innovation, originality, and humanitarianism. Deep thinkers and highly intellectual people who love helping others can see without prejudice on both sides, which makes them people who can easily solve problems. Ruled by Uranus, symbolizing innovation and change. An air sign known for its independence, originality, and humanitarianism. Aquarius can struggle with emotional detachment and resistance to conformity, often finding difficulty with expressing their emotions and following traditional norms. Pisces, two fish swimming in opposite directions, represents intuition, empathy, and a boundless emotional realm. They are friendly, so they often find themselves in the company of very different people. Selfless, they are always willing to help others without hoping to get anything back. Ruled by Neptune, symbolizing intuition and dreams, a water sign known for its compassion, artistic talent, and intuition. Pisces can struggle with escapism and sensitivity, often finding difficulty with facing reality, and can be easily overwhelmed by their emotions.
Yeah. Fuck my emotions.
Nah, there's not wrong with emotions. Like, you know what they say? They be like, oh, man ain't supposed to have emotions. It's not like, no. They have to have emotions. You gotta sit back so you can talk.
You.
I think we're gonna do this clockwise, man. We'll go to Quest.
My question, sir. Like you?
Yeah, nigga, I'm a racist, nigga.
I can tell.
It's a race-driven world.
Dark motherfucker.
Black niggas in the field burning up. Oils on your skin.
Nah, that's y'all. Nigga. I'm in the house with grits, nigga.
You're in the house kissing grits.
Can I cook? Yeah.
Better.
Yeah, I can cook.
So what's the
come over for Thanksgiving then.
The breakdown of your Zodiac sign.
I think that's just accurate as fuck. I've been in tune with the Zodiac sign, especially my sign for, as far as back, I want to say at least the junior high. You know, I pay very close attention to that, and even on a professional level, and how it was able to aid me in my professional, endeavors. And yeah, it's right on the money. You know, it gave me an opportunity to look at what can be not a flaw, but a struggle. And it gave me an opportunity to work on that in real time, so it's not a point of weakness. But I do now know why I'm always, when I walk my dog, I'm always gazing at that moon, bro. Like, every time I look at that moon, bro, like, Kat, remember I sent you the vid? Yo, I have something about that motherfucker, bro. Like,
because you like white bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Something about that moon, bro. And I didn't know that I was ruled by that. And
a lot of cancers, because everybody says that the crabby patties are emotional and they get upset, but literally, if people can master their emotions, that's like one of the biggest superpowers in the world.
I have, bro. I have, and it does feel like a superpower, for real, for real.
Yep.
Dad, what do you think about your sign, good brother?
Mine was pretty accurate. I remember first learning about the detailed part of it rather than just your fire sign, aggressive and all that. Like, I learned like impatience, impulsiveness. I started working on them. Once I learned that, I started working on it. I tried to be, like, I'm way more patient from when I learned about it and now. And I'm still working on my impulsiveness, but
that's
you a Sagittarius?
He's an Aries.
Aries,
and when it comes to signs, like, it say you got weaknesses and flaws. Same time, like, say you have strengths and you're good at those. Work on your flaws to make them your strengths, though, too.
Yeah, I'm a water sign. My wife is a fire sign.
What's her sign?
Sagittarius.
That's deep, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's big.
Water and fire.
I'm the same.
Aquarius.
Sounds like a 50-50
My
balance.
woman is a Virgo, and then I'm a Leo, and then I'm a fire, she's Earth. But sometimes I am like, and then she will like, take this dirt.
yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I got to. Because the water don't work.
Yeah.
Wind don't work either. That shit makes it worse.
Yeah.
Real shit.
But yeah, I'm a Leo, and they, Like I said, but same time, me being a Leo, I had to learn, not just a Leo, I had to learn your sign, everybody's
The note
sign.
that I took from, I did quick notes on everybody. The note that I chose to write down for your sign was strength. So how would you identify with strength?
Love. Point blank period.
Nothing stronger.
That's where I get my strength
Nothing stronger, bro.
My titanium leg is strong.
Only thing close
I
is
don't
hate.
have no strength if it ain't love. You
Only
hear
thing
me?
close is hate. And they're hating love is like they're fucking almost the exact same thing, bro.
You can't even have hate
To really
if you
hate
don't
somebody,
have love.
to
You
really
love
hate
something
somebody,
about them.
You had to
What's-
have loved that person.
What other notes did you keep?
So what did you identify with anything from your zodiac sign?
I'm really trying to remember because I was trying to think on everyone's. Like I
Yeah,
was looking
I
at
was
it,
too, 'cause
and then
I was looking at you
I
as
tried
they
to
do,
keep
so-
remembering at the last one, but then it just left me. The thing I
I've
remember
learned
is
that about Capricorns too. They don't really care about what they are; they care about everybody else.
Yeah, the one thing I got out of it though was the workaholic one.
Yeah.
I don't count myself as that. I don't.
But in soccer though.
Look what you're doing right now, though.
Yeah.
Nigga, you just got a $400
This is easy
baseball
work to you,
glove.
right? Yeah,
You're working right now, sir.
This is work right now. You're working.
You could be playing the game right now, saying, "Man, fuck them niggas."
And
up
they
there."
listen.
Old ass niggas.
You,
All right,
you
so,
even
so,
help
so
him.
how about we let him speak on it though, because I think it's, especially him being so young, it's important for him to understand that if this is gonna be the young man you mature into, at least you know what you're going into. You know what you're getting yourself into. Yes, you are a workaholic. You know how I know? Because your dad is a workaholic.
Yeah.
That nigga
There's been
sleep.
there's been
on the job.
How many
You
days?
don't gotta work that hard. His son's working. That was his work.
Now, Jetta, how many days have we sat down here just troubleshooting shit? It wasn't even shit that was gonna lead to any final result. We just sat down here trying to figure out equipment, computers, cameras,
lenses.
It almost happened today, and what happened?
But this is my point. This is why we do it, because when you get in situations like this, if you don't know what you're getting into, you can't even figure it out. For example, if we didn't come in here and we let Sir figure it out, it might take him longer. He's gonna figure all that shit out.
And vice versa.
The problem is all you niggas being in here talking while he's trying to figure it out. You have that in you. That's what you are. He knows it.
I know it.
You know it. You know it. You know it. You know it. One day it's gonna bring you
right?
financial gain.
I don't know shit.
Like,
And then one thing I know too, like Capricorns and Leos, like we are automatically gonna challenge each other in a certain way. It's a friendly challenge though, and that's because of a Capricorn's energy. You guys are friendly competition. You guys make people better. You guys push people, and that's what you do.
And where did you come from before you came here, sir? Where were you coming from before you came to the pod?
Like he said, I was just at the house playing my game over and over.
Well,
and then that
today?
Sunday,
Today?
No,
I'm talking
before-
about today.
Oh, today I was at practice.
That-
Well,
that's
at first,
that's what
I went to
mean.
my mom, my
That's what I
sister
mean.
saw
Very
her,
kind
then
too,
went
man.
to practice.
You see what I'm
That's
saying?
real
Like,
life.
you're used to being productive in one way or another. Your dad said shit about that a long time ago, and he was just trying to help to reel it in.
Hey, Aries too. Yeah.
Look! Please respect the microphones,
I am,
because
my bad.
everybody can hear you.
I be forgetting that.
We can hear you
I-
farting
Yeah,
and
Daniel.
all.
I do be forgetting.
We can hear you farting on the mic over there.
Jesus Christ, Daniel. It's
At least-
ridiculous.
At least hold it in.
Only one out the loop is Jetta.
I hear you, bucko.
Go sit next to him and do that shit.
Yo,
I will. Yeah. You need a hug, Jenna? I come over and get you a hug, bro.
nephew,
I'm about to.
What's happening?
what did you identify with when it came to your zodiac?
There were some things that were factual, some things that weren't. The compassion thing and the putting other people first
Yeah,
is a big one.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's been my life ever. Like when I got married, I took care of kids that weren't mine.
Standing in front of the
My
camera.
feelings
then.
didn't matter. I ain't buy a pair of shoes for myself for 6-7 years. 'Cause I had to make sure they had their shit. So that part was pretty accurate. But Besides that, nothing too much. You know what I mean?
God damn, Joe, what you got?
Hot, nigga.
Yeah, menopause.
They said he's hot. You about like a 6, bro. Huh? Never mind.
Yo, so to Cal.
Yo. So, two things, the positive and the negative. The positive is about being creative, coming up with ideas, giving different perspectives, teaching somebody something new.
Hold
if
the
they
mic
don't.
still instead of.
Yeah,
there you go.
Teaching somebody
How did
something
that just
new
happen?
about things when, they don't know everything. That's one thing I can take from that. Everything else is not really for me. And the negative was the trust issues. I have a very huge trust issue with people because I've trusted people so much. I'm so easily trusting.
Yeah.
And they break that trust, giving me that issue to not talk to people about certain things when I'm feeling some type of way, But yeah, that's it, I guess. But outside of that, I don't.
So do you feel like there's ever anything that
I'm trying to eat.
Is there a role that you play when it comes to trust both ways when it comes to dealing with people, or is it just you feel like other people disturb the trust?
A lot of other people disturb the trust.
Do you feel like you ever do anything that might play a role in it, or no?
The majority of the time, no.
Caffeine and convo spark flames in the booth. Silent, no longer speak truth to the youth. Health on the agenda, green juices and roots. Mindful exchange, lace boots, we chase loot.